everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Wood Division podcast with me, Chibiin, the computer, and Nikki.
Yeah.
I totally did not clip. Volume is fine. No setup needed. I was here the entire time, even last time.
True.
I definitely was not celebrating family celebrations, and I did not forget about the podcast.
And,
I did not.
You didn't?
I did not forget. I totally willingly just didn't go.
I didn't get salty afterwards being like, I really wanted to talk about that.
I mean, you talked about dragons. I wanted to talk to dumps, but well, that's not happening.
Oh,
I mean,
we're now on Amazon.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
what?
true. We are on Amazon Podcast and Apple
Oh.
Podcast and also Google Podcast and also Spotify and
Hello,
Patreon.
Bezos.
So like, yeah. Yeah,
Bezos.
yes, he's a friend now.
Sweet Lord Bezos.
No.
We're gonna go to
If we say his
We
name
all
a
want
lot,
to take a ride on his rocket ship.
if we say his name a lot, the automatic system on Amazon will just pick it up and promote us.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
Oh.
Like you summon him pretty much, just like Bloody Mary. Jeff
Just
Bezos
rises.
shows up.
He just rises out of the ground like Tibbers and Annie's level up animation. Just.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's still a chance that we invite again people. I mean, Nikki, I think it's your third time with us.
Yes. Well, actually, I've been here every time, just like quietly in the background. And you haven't seen me.
Quietly in the jokes.
Yeah.
I guess
he's been with us in spirit every time we joke about
Ghost
Elden
I can't escape it. It's like going. It's everywhere now. Like everyone's picked up on it. I can't go anywhere now. I'm going to Legends of Runeterra
what a
streamer's
setup this-
YouTube
like-
channel to there.
Imagine the redemption arc when you actually get LPP finally.
That would be
we're-
celebration.
We are
That's-
setting you up for greatness.
Yes. That would be like having your birthday, pretty much. It's something that's
Well,
gonna happen only. Like that's fucking insane.
Speaking of LPP, was it that we were meant to get news in the first half of the year?
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're coming to the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Should be getting news any day now.
Yeah, I really hope
it's
soon. Like nothing bad happened or like delayed, because holy shit, it was supposed to be like the end of last year, and then they said nothing, and then now it's like, oh, we're gonna prepare some stuff for the first half, and it's like nothing.
It wasn't even the end of last year. They said, yes, we will talk about it at some time during 2021. And they didn't say anything until January of this year.
And they were like,
oh, okay.
Oops, sorry.
Oops, sorry. Guess we forgot about that one.
Yeah.
My bad.
I mean, that's still. I mean, okay, you don't have LPP, but you do have it in our hearts.
Oh, thanks.
Because you're family, just like having League unlocked is also family because it unlocks every single little legend in the game. You know.
Fuck you.
So free. It's so free.
I actually like forgot to ask, so I actually don't have League unlocked.
Wait, it doesn't just give it to you automatically?
No, it's bound to your account.
Oh, that's
Have
funny.
to. If you don't ask for it, like they're not forced to give it to you. Pretty
Yeah, they
much.
just had to like
That's
reset
funny.
it for one reason or another. I don't know why. They just reset it and then like started giving it to people again. I just forgot to ask.
Oh,
I need to get it added to my Smurf.
Oh, true. I need to do that on my NA Smurf when I play TFT with Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's any account, but like no, but like it's because I don't have any champion, or I mean technically I do. Oh wait, I need to tell them to not unlock any champion, so
Why
that I
do
can.
you use your NA
That's
account?
not how it works, Chibiin.
No,
Grease me
because
TFT.
then technically I can play Yumi because it's the only champion that I have unlocked there.
Chibiin only plays on NA to play Yumi, which is the only champion that doesn't require ping to function or to grief me
Exactly.
in TFT. That's it.
Oh yeah, that as well. I really like
Actually, I
that.
haven't even tried. That reminds me, I haven't even tried challenges yet because I've been grinding TFT. I finally got to Masters like 4 days before the end of the season, but
True.
I haven't tried challenges, so I don't even know like, are they a success? Like,
I actually
are
wonder.
they fine?
Some of them are really, really boring. Like most of them are like kill minions destroy towers,
So
get
it's
kills.
Yay.
But then there's actual fun ones that we've tried, which is like play a team of all Bilgewater champions. Win a game with champions with global ults, which is, they have some kinks to work out because Mundo counts as a poke champion.
And
So-
Seraphine isn't part of Pillover.
And
Yeah, this is true.
Fiddlesticks is Shadow Isles, if I remember.
Yeah. Fiddlesticks and Evelyn are Shadow Owls, but Vex is not.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of great ones. Oh, Zillion is part of Piltover and Zon.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thank you, Riot.
That's an old one.
I actually do wonder if
Some
because I've
small meta issues.
I played a couple ARAMs the other day, and I saw a bunch of people with different titles. So I would say that at least a bunch of people who play ARAMs are playing for the challenges because the titles were quite different.
Yeah, there are separate ARAM challenges.
Hmm.
There's
There are also, like, surprisingly, there are also people who are just like grinding bot games because you can get the bot blaster title.
Yeah, there are
That's cool to
4
see.
missions, 4 challenges related only to bot games.
That is cool though. I
Yeah.
gotta support that.
It's kind of funny.
Bot
The
games are
title's actually
fun.
quite good.
Well, that's all I used to play. Like
Yeah.
when I played League for the first like 4 years or so, I played League. I could only play bot games because I lived out in the country. I had like 250 ping permanently, so I only played bot games with my brother. That's all we did.
Yeah. I like.
I mean,
it's-
and that's not much better anymore.
I mean, the thing with bot games, it's that it's. I mean, we're gonna talk about that, but it's literally having PVE at this point. It's like some stress-free. You don't need.
That is why in Wild Rift I mostly used to play bot games. Just because like when I was like grinding the event, it wasn't because it would be the fastest way, it was because like I just want to chill.
Yeah.
I know like when Ruination was happening and I was playing through the event for Wild Rift, I was just playing bot games because I had to play games, even if the games had like similar length to PvP. I just didn't want to bother with PvP. I just didn't want to feel the pressure of playing against another guy.
You don't have.
We're
Yeah.
getting
You don't
old.
have to measure yourself to someone else. Like you
Yes.
just. Let me just stomp some bots, AI, like whatever, like Doom bots. Like, let me just
If I
face
died
that.
to a bot, I just measured my stupidity.
Yeah. No, dude, it has the same effect of Elden Ring. Elden Ring is super fun against PvE, but I don't find it fun against PvP. I don't like invasions.
Yeah.
So I have nothing to prove. I don't have to face you or anything. Let me just go fight my monster and die and learn the patterns.
Yeah, it's like your own choice of pressure in that
Yeah,
way.
exactly. But you know what's also like? Wait, no, that segue actually doesn't work. Okay, Bel'Veth.
Pressure, Bel'Veth.
That segue worked
They
completely.
were pressured
Let's
into
go.
the thighs.
No,
It's not.
God.
That's not even. That's literally a vision of your mind. If you look at the splash, it's like, oh yeah, it looks like thighs, but like she doesn't really have thighs.
No, so like after going through a character and after going through everything, in the end, I'm fine with it. The head, I still even the thighs, sure, but even the only thing I don't really like about Bel'Veth is that the head is there too much. Like
yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
sense. Like in the grand scheme of the story and in the grand scheme of who she is, the head does make sense. I'll admit that, but the head is still taking away the spotlight from her core self, the monster. It still does that. It wouldn't if the majority of the game the head wasn't there, but the truth is the head is there.
Or if the head was there and it opened up a bit more to the.
Yes.
Oh,
thing.
God.
Yes.
That would be so horrifying.
That would
The
be
thing
cool.
about the head is that in a roundabout way they managed to make it work.
They did, yeah.
Like, but it's still like it makes sense and at the same time doesn't at all. Because if you read her bio, even when she's talking to Kaisa, that's like why she's scary is because she has full human sentience and bargaining and all these kind of things she can do. And then she goes off saying how she doesn't lie. She only tells the
Yes.
truth because why would she have any need to lie?
Yes.
Okay, so then why do you have a disguise then?
See? Yeah,
What?
but this is the double-sided blade because like it's not supposed to be a disguise. Like she has the head and the legs because she consumed so many people and she was altered by a reality of humanity that like she like partially adapted their appearance. That's what it's really supposed to be.
I mean,
But if she has the ability to retract it and she doesn't want to lie to people, why doesn't she permanently retract it?
Yeah. Also
That's
because
the
she has
thing.
psychic powers. Like if she really wanted to deceive people, which she says she doesn't like lying to people,
Yeah.
but she doesn't need to, she could just change how she looks in your brain. Like she doesn't need a
Gameplay
physical
clarity.
Yeah, visual clarity. That's
Oh,
why
and the icon.
that's why Storm Dragon Lee Sin exists at all. Or when Spirit Blossom Ahri runs out of the fountain, she's literally a fox. Like you
Yeah. But then they changed the picking icon, and
Yeah.
that one I do not understand, because they were like, oh, we're gonna shift away from the unique body to the lady face that 80 other champions have.
Yeah, I load them in the minimap, and honestly, I don't know what they were trying to go for.
It's because the sexy female head's more marketable.
But
That's what it all boils down to.
no, but what they prove by this is that she was marketed with the face in front, because what they are proving by this is that they believe that people attach the name Bel'Veth to the pretty head and not to the
Yeah.
monster. That's what they prove by this. It's that Riot themselves believes that people think that the head is real, and that's why they are focusing on it.
They don't
Yeah,
have
at
faith
least
that a
she's not
monster
the monster
champion will do
champion.
well.
oh, dude,
Okay, well
yes.
here's one thing about that. I am very grateful
Don't
that
slide
she's
me your
not
desk.
the monster champion.
Don't get
I'm not
angry,
slamming
Dickie.
it. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna smash my monitor instead.
Fucking
Uh,
next year.
But so she's not the monster champion, and I'm grateful for that. And that means that they had this initial like sexy lady design, and they're like the developers are like, no, wait, we have an idea. We can turn this in a more interesting spin, and they made her more monstrous. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That also means our first Voidborn in 8 years was gonna be a sexy lady,
Yeah.
That is true. That is
like
true.
from
because
the
yeah.
start.
yeah.
the original idea of Bel'Veth was, or like the original keyword was Void Queen.
Yeah,
And that's what they rolled off. So
yeah.
yeah, like you're right. I am grateful that they actually changed her into a monster, and it fits really well. But you're right that
Yes.
the original idea was a sexy lady.
See, the thing is, we're at least like she's not our first monster champion in 5 years, and we're still getting that. How long do you think it's gonna be till we get another Voidborn?
That's gonna be
Like,
Honestly-
that's what.
honestly 3 years.
When we,
Oh,
we
that
get the
that
next
is.
Voidborn when we get a Void event.
No,
Oh, 'cause
it's gonna get the
Rex-
copium. No,
Because
don't talk about
Rek'Sai
that.
came out in 2014. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been that long.
I mean, Rek'Sai wasn't popular because of the looks, and also, and made like
Well, most of the
mostly
time.
because of her kit.
Yeah, her gameplay was kind of
Yeah.
That's my worry too. Is Bel'Veth's gameplay feels so uninspired.
But no, I think that's a good thing because she's simple.
Oh, I think there's a difference.
Kinda.
You can have simple champions and have them be like. I think
mean,
Blitzcrank
Set-
and Alistar are the best example of
Set
simple
is
champions that
simple
are
and
incredibly
super
fun.
popular.
Yeah, like you can have simple champions that are really popular, but then you can also have simple champions like Garen, or like Xin
Okay, but
Zhao
Garen
is only
is also
popular when he's
popular,
meta.
kinda.
Yeah, but he's a poster boy. Or like Amumu's a simple champion. No one plays Amumu. Or
Yeah.
Udyr
his
is a simple
stats
champion.
sucks.
No one plays Udyr. Or Rammus. No one plays Rammus. I mean, people play Rammus when they just want to dick around and have a, like a goofy time.
Powerball
Like-
people.
Or Earth is
I just-
enabled.
There's just
Yeah.
like a balance you need to have. Like I said, I think Alistar and Blitzcrank are the perfect examples of very simple but very fun.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Bel'Veth is just auto attack them. Like that's pretty much your whole kit. It's just auto. It's not even like Olaf where you have skill
It's kinda
shots
like
that you can
Yi
land.
in that way.
Yeah, except Yi gets to run fast. Like that's probably why people like he's simple, but he gets to zoom around the map and
I think I
literally
honestly
everything.
think it's just the Alpha Strike. I think that's what's making Yi.
yeah.
I guess.
I'll always love Yi players and their disdain for Zanya's. Oh, this item's so broken. This mage spent 2,800 gold to go invincible once every 2 minutes. Imagine if you could do that and go invincible once every 2 seconds that also did damage. That would be insane.
I think
For free.
the most infuriating thing when you play Yi, and the most funny thing when you play with a Yi, is the moment they die in Alpha Strike.
Yes.
Because you can feel their
I
pain
was
when
in
they're
Alpha.
yes, you can feel their pain when they literally cry on Discord, be like, "Oh my god, I was in Alpha and I fucking died."
That's
in
an
this
old
game."
meme.
A good
Oh,
What
one.
all Yi players deserve.
It's
I've been thinking about something, a compromise for the Bel'Veth design, because I think overall it's good, etc. A compromise would have been having some sort of same-ish system as Kale, which is once she's level 6, she's powerful enough, or like even 11 or 16, but like 6 would be better, have more impact. She just loses the head and just stays
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
monster. Like she it's kind of dumb in my opinion that she gets her head back after she
especially
dies.
since they baited
It's
us.
gameplay clarity.
They
I don't know.
they
I
No.
baited
don't-
us with. You can even have like just not even like her full form. The monster part is still different from the. Just have her retract the head and the legs.
Not
Yeah.
even the legs, just the head, really.
Yeah.
But like having
I
some
don't
kind
know.
of evolution from her body, because like she consumes people, etc. And it's like have her also evolved her whole body, just like Kha'Zix, for example. Like
Mhm.
Kha'Zix is a great example of
I
evolving.
assume originally they probably tried to do that because that's kind of her lore, but they didn't do it because then you would need shifting models and that would be painful for skins.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's why Kaisa barely evolves at all. They're like, oh, she evolved her W. What? You couldn't tell?
Yeah, her leg opened.
Oh, oh my god.
There's a little square attached to her wrists now. You can,
Yeah, it was
that's
very-
visual
very
clarity right
slight.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kha'Zix is the best example of having visual clarity when he evolves. Because the color shift, the wings get bigger,
Yeah.
the claws get bigger as well. So like in terms of skin, it also makes sense that it's, I think, easier because it's just a scaling of a bone. As far as I understand. Maybe I'm super raw because I never really checked that, but
Those
Yeah.
W's hard to see.
Well, see, here's the thing. Visual clarity is only a crutch in this scenario when they know the champion's popular.
oh yeah.
Like, Lee Sin looks like an entirely different champion and most people can't even tell what it is. Well, it's Lee Sin. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Who cares? Lee Sin's in 25% of games. You'll
Yeah.
learn who it is eventually. Yorick has a hat, though. We can't have that.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
causes
man,
too much
that-
clash
oh,
of visual
no.
clarity.
I mean, it's every single episode we have to break the Yorick's hat.
Yeah, but Riot will put in the time to make Seraphine's hair longer.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's talk about that, shall we?
And received very badly.
I still don't understand why. So for people who don't know, on BBE, Riot changed Seraphine's prestige skin to give her longer hair. That is literally it, and I don't know why people are angry.
It does look worse. And
Does it? That's a preference because Seraphine's normal hair almost reaches her ankles.
yeah, no, it's
agree.
basically, I think it's just as long as her regular hair now, but
Yeah,
it just,
that's what I mean.
it's
same.
the animation, just the animations.
But the animations on the normal one are also weird.
This
Yeah, that's that's the thing. The short hair actually made it look
Better.
good. Yeah.
It hid the animations.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's the matter of preference, but like to that point again of sending super bad messages about that, either to the people working on it or to even you, because you recorded a video of it and people still think that you are Riot Games and you have the power to change things, even though you just record a skin. Yeah, that's actually kind of fucked up, people. Like, please stop doing that.
Well, the thing about those kinds of people is that, like, when they tell somebody to, to kill themselves or call them other people horrible things, they don't, like, they're like disconnected. Like, they don't understand the gravity that words like
Yeah.
those have.
Yeah.
Like, I literally had that once where a person called me, I forget what the context was, but they called me a pedophile. I don't know what it
Jesus
was,
fucking
and
Christ.
I'm like, what the actual fuck? And they're like, oh no, I'm just like throwing that around. I'm like, what do you mean you're
Oh.
throwing that? That is a serious accusation to
Yeah.
call
So, like,
somebody that. Like that.
I understand.
Of course,
I understand where it came from. I understand that someone is like, oh, it's an insult, especially if English is your secondary language.
Oh,
I
yeah.
understand that.
It has less impact if it's your secondary language, but still,
Yeah, absolutely,
pedophile
because
is like a grave accusation to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
so-
because if you see that as just an insult, then I would understand where it's coming from. But yeah, people probably just don't know the
it's
way.
mean,
not
to
even
the
so
point-
much. It's
How
not
the
even
f-
so much an insult. It's an
How the fuck?
accusation.
I mean, like, how the
It
fuck
is,
do you
but if you
consider that just an insult?
No, that's what I mean. If it's your secondary language, you don't have what's the right term? You don't have like the language feel of that word.
Yeah, it's
I
just.
feel like it should be quite universal though. Like, no
Yeah.
matter
Yeah,
the
well, that's the
culture,
thing is,
it's bad.
Yeah.
they
Yeah, I
like
guess.
their friend came in and like in the comments and explained like, oh no, they just like they throw terms like that around, like it doesn't really mean anything.
What
It's
the
like,
fuck?
what do you mean you throw terms like that around? Like it doesn't
could
mean
also
anything.
be it could also be a young idiot, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, that's what I feel. I feel most of these people who talk like this to other people and riders too, who, like they tell the riders to kill themselves because the hair of their champion skin was too long. They just
Can we call their parents and tell them
Disconnected.
about that or something?
you come pick them up from school. They need to
Yeah,
go home
It's
early.
kind of like that's kind of giga cringe.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's upsetting.
Well,
I spend too much time on
I feel
Twitter.
like the
I
word
think.
giga cringe is cringe.
It kind of is.
Okay,
It's like,
boomer.
it's like
The
mega-
funny
You're
mega
gonna
thing
cringe.
tell
is-
me, you a boomer, you're gonna tell me what is cringe.
The real funny thing is that a lot of the people who are complaining about Seraphine's hair being long now instead of short are also people who made fun of the Yorick mains who were upset about his hat.
Yeah.
It's quite
Karma,
amusing how the
bitch.
tables have turned.
How the tables
Karma.
have turned.
See, they still get the last laugh though because that champion got an ultimate skin, 2 normal skins, and a prestige skin in the time it's taken for Rell to get nothing.
It also got a hateful video from you, which by the way has over 1.5 million views now.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's get it.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I still get very interesting messages from people about that video.
Yeah.
And that's a big one, though.
I think I got
Hey, the Star Guardian Rell coming.
Yeah.
So hold on. So tell me, where does that leak come from? Because I actually
It's
don't
Right,
know.
Korea.
It's not even a leak at this point.
Yeah, I know. It's not really a leak, but so
Riot itself leaked.
Yeah.
So it was Riot Korea. They posted their patch notes video for 12.10, and they showed off the new honor recall. And they showed it off using Star Guardian Rell, which they quickly privated the video.
My God.
But it was already
And I-
re-uploaded like multiple times.
Yep, people already downloaded it and were like, and
Actually, I
they
need
were
to
just
look
like,
it up. I haven't
"Oh,
seen it.
crap."
I've just heard about it.
I just like I don't get it. It feels to me anyway, and this is just speculation, but like, why would you shove a not very popular champion skin into Star Guardian if not to artificially boost its popularity?
That's exactly
what
why
I
they
was-
do it.
I was about to say that's exactly what
It's
it
like
is.
because Rell was made for High Noon. Like it feels like she was, and Pentakill. Like she was
Oh yeah,
designed for
definitely,
this.
but still.
It's like Rell's like a
Nope.
hardcore,
Nope.
like
Radio
metal, rough and
ladies.
tough tomboy
Yona.
girl, and then like stickered Star Guardian, the like anime, really pretty dresses. Like that's not Rell at all, though. Like that
They could salvage this by giving her a character where she hates it.
that could work.
Like if she
Yeah.
hates like the pretty
But isn't that
aesthetics,
Jinx,
that would
though?
be cool.
Isn't that Jinx's thing?
Kinda. A bit, not too much.
It would also mean that we
Jinx
have to
just
give
doesn't
Rell
care.
a legendary skin. To do
Yeah,
that.
that's
See,
true. Like,
that's
be,
copium.
that would be that would they can't do voice lines, so they would have to make a new story for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I
Yeah.
think they did actually with every Star Guardian wave. So
Not gonna
Possible.
lie, I would have preferred if Leona got Star Guardian and Rell got High Dude.
it would fit more with the horse and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Leona
And
being
since
Star
then-
Guardian, you know, like stars,
Yeah.
sun, haha,
Yeah.
You could be like the new
Guardian.
leader.
sun.
So I wanted to say they probably didn't go for it because Star Guardian has too many supports, and then I realized Rell is a support.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
In other news, let's talk. Let's get to the. Okay, LOR.
What the
Okay.
fuck? What the fuck? I'm so mad. I'm so pissed off.
I'm not even mad. I'm confused.
Okay,
I'm
so
disappointed.
because
Yeah.
the way that they word it makes it sound like that we realize that our core player base is actually PvP, so we're gonna focus on that now. That's like the way they try and word it. That's not what's happening. What's happening is that the PvE team is being siphoned off to other Riot projects. So they're focusing on PvP not because that's their new design direction, but because the LOR development team just lost half their staff.
Yeah.
That's why.
I
It's
still feel like certain key members move to other projects on their own, and it's just fallen apart from there.
yeah.
Here's what I think. I don't think they are focused on their core players. I think this is a decision driven by their core players.
Yep.
Because PvE doesn't make money. If you want to
Yep.
play PvP, you want to show off skins.
Release
If you wanna play
PvE
PvP
content behind money.
no,
People will
no,
pay
no, no,
for
no.
it. Jesus.
If you no, because if you play PvP, you want the skins so you can flash them out to your opponent. If you play PvP, you wanna buy cards because you wanna have stronger deck than your opponent, and that's essentially what's paying for Legends of Runeterra. It's people like that. It's PvP. PvE in no way, shape, or form makes them money.
That's so because we saw this the other day, right, with TFT, where it was shown that, like, what was it, like 95 to 90% of players
Yeah.
don't spend a dime on TFT.
Yeah, the
So
Wales
it is
pay for
completely funded, and same with I'll probably assume that this is similar with League and with Valorant, with like all of Riot's games, that they are
Yeah.
essentially funded by whales.
Yes.
Legends of Runeterra
Accurate.
has like a $10 battle pass once every 3 or 4 months with a new board of skins once every month. Like the and you get all the cards. Like ever since Targon came out, I've been able to afford every single new card instantaneously the moment the expansion comes out. Because
Yep.
people don't need to buy card packs to get new
Yep.
cards. So Legends of Runeterra as a game cannot operate as a climate for whales to even exist.
Yes. that's
So,
true.
and Legends of Runeterra is expensive, right? Like, I commissioned an artist I knew to alter a splash art. That costs $250 to alter a splash art. To have it like professionally made, like at minimum, is probably like $1,000. And Riot releases like what 60 to 100 of these things. Like they're spending like $100,000 per expansion on splash art alone. And I firmly believe because there's no way for whales to fund the game and people aren't spending money on it because it's too fair and too well designed for its players to have a good time and play the things that the game offers,
Yeah.
that not only this is speculation, but I really think that not only has Legends of Runeterra never turned a profit for Riot, it's losing the money actively. Like they are losing money from this game.
It was in 2021. Legends of Runeterra made them apparently 16 million.
Well, how much does it cost to operate it though?
$10.
Server-wise, probably not that much.
I'm just, even if they're not making,
But
like, if
salaries
they're
and
making
that, yeah,
some
adds
money,
up.
like, why would they spend their resources on Legends of Runeterra when, you know, League, Wild Rift, like, people are willing to spend $50 for a nice skin in Valorant? Like, they're a company, they're gonna want to do what makes money. So if Legends of Runeterra is not making nearly as much money as their other projects, and then just like, oh,
It's a matter of choice.
do your work on other stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
I would rather spend
Yeah.
$50 on French fries rather than $50 on the League skin, but that's just me.
And as far as I'm aware, the 16 million is purely from mobile games, essentially.
Yeah.
So basically, like App Store, because I think that's the only public tracking of Riot revenue we get access to. And it was TFT did 28 million and Wild Rift did 65.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
it's funny. It's just they're not earning enough money off of it for Riot to justify having staff that big. And
Well, the
so they're
latest
just like-
expansion had way less voiceover as well.
yeah, no, they're toning down, and they're slowing down production on even like the expansions, right? Like, we're not getting big like 10 champion expansions anymore. Like, the size that we got for this one was like 4 champions. That's the norm now. Or even
They are
less.
Kind of
scaling.
Fine with that, though. I
They're
don't know.
scaling
Yeah,
down
I'm
on
fine
a lot
with
of
that,
things.
yeah. I'm fine with that too. I'm just scared that, like, you know, Legends of Runeterra has content planned out like a year or two in advance. And with the amount that they're slowing down and how quickly they backed out of Path of Champions, like, it was like a week we got this announcement after the expansion came out that they're slowing down.
And the
I'm
thing is,
scared.
like,
Yeah.
February 24th, so like end of February, so it's been like 3 months ago, they said, in fact, more of you are playing Path of Champions than all of your game modes combined. So 3 months ago, they flexed that most of the population playing LOR played Path of Champions, and now they'd be like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah, because they have to corporate speak it. They can't say, hey guys, we lost the Path of Champions development team, so we can't do it anymore. Like, they have to do like, oh yes, no, we're gonna just refocus on PvP because that's our core player base. Like, that's the corporate speak
With that
talking.
said, they did say that like a lot of the PvE stuff went to other games, and they specifically said that we should see their influence in other games.
Well, I'm gonna stop. Here's the thing. I saw this too. People were like, oh my god, we're getting PvE in League of Legends, and then I shit you not, an hour later, Mortdog tweeted that Odyssey's not coming back ever.
No!
Like, an hour afterwards, like, oh, every time I see a post about
I didn't
Odyssey,
even see
I'm-
the tweet. I need to look for that.
yeah, here, I'll find it for
Yeah,
you.
he
He's-
said it probably never will come back, or
Yeah,
most
every
people
time I read a
never
Reddit
play
post-
again.
Yeah, he said every time I read a Reddit post where the Odyssey game mode comes up, I'm filled with joy on how much people loved it. Then saddens me that no one will likely ever get to play it again.
We
Oh, I saw
would
this. We
be able to
actually-
play it again
I
if
actually replied
Riot
to
would
that,
just
yeah.
let
Chrono Shift.
Chrono Break happen.
Hey, no, Chrono Shift.
No.
No, Chrono Break was
Chrono
when they
Shift,
stopped, yeah.
Yeah, if Riot wouldn't Chrono Break
Yeah.
endeavors. I get why they do it, but like.
Wait,
you
what?
know,
I don't know. Wait, what?
You're not okay. There was a project called Chrono Shift, which was
an emulation.
emulating old League of Legends patches. So
And
you
it's playable.
could have been able to play older PvE game mode on paper,
I think it
technically.
was season.
No
was
way.
season 4.
And Riot came in and said, "Nope, copyright infringement." Bye. As far as I understand.
I fully understand it. At the same time, I feel that if it was left
That
to
is so freaking stupid. Why they? Why? Wow? Why?
Because
no,
it
no, no,
is
no.
their
No, I understand why.
copyright.
No. They should have taken the Blizzard approach, because classic WoW exists only because of that.
No, Classic
So-
WoW exists only because for years people have been playing on private servers and Blizzard
Yes, illegally. They've been
closed-
illegally doing this.
closed
They've
a
been
lot of
taking
servers.
old, but they've been taking the old version. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? That would have run on Riot servers or what?
No, it's not that. Blizzard, like,
Yeah.
legally closed
Yeah.
a bunch of private servers
they
that
did.
were doing Classic because it was copyright infringement, which is literally
But no,
what they're doing.
but but they waited until the servers were running. So like the population always like went up, people played it for a bit and then they shut it down. That was the cycle. But here, Riot didn't even wait for the player base to get it started. And so they shut it down and got no info out of it. For example, if the project went up, if the project went up and people actually like played Star Guardian there, Riot would be like, oh, people actually like Star Guardian, you know.
The thing is, they know it's popular. They know people want it, but the thing is,
no, but they don't know
bring
how
it back.
popular. No, but they don't know how popular, because in Blizzard's case,
It's
they
not
were
about that.
they were
It's
always
about
like,
how the fuck do you bring it back then? You cannot.
you can recreate it.
Yes, for that you need devs. Do they have devs? I don't think so.
No,
Because
but they
otherwise
would,
it would have
figure
had
out.
some PvE event or like anything for the past couple of years.
But Blizzard did the same thing. They essentially had to recreate classic WoW with the information they had before, but they had to recreate it for the new engine.
but
So
Blizzard get money from it, basically.
no, that's the thing. But Riot can do.
No,
Riot
Riot
can do
can't.
the same thing.
No,
It's a
Odyssey,
free-to-play.
though, Odyssey has no transactions.
They can monetize it.
No, because it's just
Yes.
it is just a game mode. If they bring it back, they bring it back the way it is. Because if they modify it, people are gonna complain and cry about the fact that they modified it.
And the player base can't make an emulation that just emulates it because Riot will shut it down.
That is just stupid.
Also, it's a lot of work because the chrono shift was pre-anti-cheat era, and the anti-cheat, but there is workarounds for it. It's just it's annoying to deal with still.
They just should have waited for it to go up.
No, it was already popular enough.
Yeah,
No,
it was
well,
it was picking up pace, and
Yeah.
that's what they.
And it picked up even more pace when they shut it down. But like, yeah, it was really, really popular because it was already
Freaking-
talked about for like
I mean,
months.
Yeah, but freaking Nostalria's had over 800,000 players before Blizzard shut it down, you know?
Yes, but still, it is still a thing of like copyright infringement after all.
It
It is
is,
still their
absolutely.
copyright.
It is absolutely, but Riot could have gained from that.
Again, I
They
don't think
didn't.
so. Because then it would be like, oh yeah, okay, now we can like know how popular PvE events were or like how popular like older versions of League of Legends are. Do we still want to do
Yeah.
it? No, because they don't care. They want to move forward. They don't want to move backward.
And you'll say that,
They-
but
What are the game modes except Earth and One for All that they bring back?
hold on, we can actually talk about this.
Book?
No, hold on. So there was a post on Reddit. That was like 3-4 days ago. There was a guy who basically made a giant Reddit post about the fact that game modes are simply not that popular, right?
Mhm.
And he really went
That is
into
true.
detail why that is. Hold on, I'm quickly gonna find it.
It is
because the
entirely
point
true because
is-
most of the people just play Summoner's Rift and they don't care about everything else.
No, but that's because Riot is just not making it interesting. I'm actually gonna give you the link super quickly in the chat so you can see the post. He made this giant post and he talked about why exactly events in League of Legends are just not fun anymore, because there are no Halloween maps, nothing like that, you know, nothing special. It's just, here are some loot orbs, here's a bunch of skins, good day, I'll see you in another event, right? So what happened is that Tryndamere, the co-CEO of Riot Games, is now actively trying to get in touch with this person who made this post. And he is trying to get them on board with Riot so that they could work together with Riot and make a good event. If you go to Tryndamere's tweet, I'll actually, here's a link to that. There's the tweet. This is real. This is absolutely real. Like, he knows.
That doesn't
The
change
events-
anything. That's the
No,
thing.
but he knows the events are not that good. That's essentially what it kind of admits.
Yes, but they already know that. Like, it's not a news. It's not like really. They even showed like graphs and everything. Like, everybody knows why like
Yeah.
events are like and not interesting.
Yeah, but this is admission, and it matters.
No, but like, yeah, I agree that it is cool, but at the end of the day, it is not gonna change anything because for that, you would still have like, this is just about events, not even like PvE stuff. Because
Yeah,
PvE
no, I
stuff,
think
again, you still need devs
in the
and
long
people to
run,
make them.
in the long run, I think this
League
this
will
is
be
like,
dead by then.
he is like we need to change stuff. That's
The
essentially
MMO
what
will
what
be
it is.
already out by then.
Nah, it depends.
I think the main thing why, currently anyway, with events how they are right now are so boring, is because, well, one, it's only Earth and One for All now. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Every
It's just
time,
boring as fuck.
and it's not special. Not only because they come back so often, because that's how it was in rotating game modes when that was a thing. We get like Earth or One for All every like few months or something, right? The difference there is that when the rotating game modes were out, that game mode was there for a weekend. Like now, when a rotating game mode comes out, it's here for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like, oh, AR Earth's back. Wait, it left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess it's still here. It's like they're basically permanent game modes at this point, and they don't do anything different. And it feels like they choose them at random, right? Like I think
Yeah.
what was it? It was like the project event back in the day. Like the project event, the game mode is Toro King. What?
Yeah.
What does this have to do with? Now it's High Noon. Like, what does AR Earth have to do with High Noon at all? Like,
Yeah,
nothing.
you're right. Yeah.
They just throw in a random game mode, and it's like, hey, look, it's an event, right, guys? Buy the pass. Buy the pass.
Yeah, and it's, hey, look, we actually released a game mode again. Haha, you guys like game modes, right? And that's
Yeah,
it.
it's
There's nothing. And there, in my opinion, there will be nothing because it costs them way too much resource, and that's it. They don't want to invest that. And they don't have
It-
the
Yeah,
people
when
to
they
influence
used to
that.
do like the little map accents, like remember when like Arcade came out and they redid the Summoner platform and had
Yeah.
little arcade cores around
Yeah.
the map.
That is just 3D artists. You can actually outsource that rather easily. But then when it comes to do
They all
some
moved
real,
to TFT.
like, yeah. But
They-
like when
they
it comes to
can
do
do
like
it,
some
though.
new thing, then there's nothing.
But that's like they can't, like they have do it. Like Spirit Blossom was like perfect. It's like the revival of Nexus Blitz, the cool little interactive story. Like it felt like a real event because all of the parts of the event felt
Nexus
connected.
Bliss was still the
Yeah.
same shit as before. They added,
Yeah, but
they
it was-
haven't added anything. Even though it's supposed to be like Mario Party cross League of Legends, it still has nothing fun in it. It's still the same game modes.
I found.
No, but and I mean, it is fun, but like it has nothing new, no novelty, nothing.
I
And
mean,
it's
I
still
like
the
the
same
play.
thing. You still have
No,
the
I
same
wouldn't- I
event
wouldn't-
with Skullcrab. You still
I
have the
disagree
1v1
with that.
event. You still have the oh, it's all dark and you have like a fire circle. There is no
The
new
difference
event.
there was that Nexus Blitz, like because Spirit Blossom was the revival of Nexus Blitz.
Yeah.
And we hadn't seen Nexus Blitz for well over a year. So it felt special because like if Ascension came back now, it would feel special because we haven't seen it in so long. And that's I think
Still,
why.
if you
I agree.
bring
And plus,
it
it was
back,
on a new
make something new with
map
it.
too.
'Cause
Yeah,
if
well,
it's-
that's again, it's another example there with like the Ruined King map was like it was slightly different, but it felt kind of novel and kind of cool. But then they brought it back like only 3 months later.
yeah. And
It's
if
like, well,
I feel like
We just saw this.
there should be, and I really think that there should be more events on the era map. Because Summoner's Rift, the games last for like way too long. And if you change,
no
if you
more
just use the era like base as of, it's just a brawl, like people just go there and fight, then that's cooler in my opinion. Even for like the Ruination event. But then on era, make me have Vex ult or like show like multiple ults on that tiny, super tiny map. Make it novelty, because otherwise
would
it is
agree
just
with that,
Summoner's
yeah.
Rift. It is just regular Summoner's Rift with just one more ult. That's it.
I agree with that. That like even the shape of the map kind of really matters for these.
That's why I want Ascension back. I don't get why they don't bring back Ascension. That was like one of my favorite modes. I loved Ascension.
Ascension is probably hard because of the map, like Dominion, and the fact that since then they changed the map tech.
But it was
So
a
it's-
different version of Dominion they used for Ascension, wasn't it?
No, it was just a reskin, like legit.
Oh,
It was
Yeah, the map file probably needs an update.
yeah.
man.
But like
Well,
overall, like Ascension
the
is
game mode I
really
want
just
back the
like
most.
you change the texture of the platform and the middle, and that's it. It is Ascension, and then you make
Darkstar back.
wait what?
It's
I want Darkstar back.
Oh yeah, definitely. Darkstar was still
Okay,
fun, but like, yeah, make something on the
That
Darkstar
was
map.
excellent though, because Darkstar was a tiny map. It was extremely simple rules. They basically
So
took
simple.
Thresh's kit and they were like, "Oh, just get the numbers up. Like the knockup is now, instead of 300 units, it's now 5,000 units. You know, and that's what they did."
The problem with Darkstar was that like it was really fun, but after you'd played like 3 games of it, you'd experienced everything.
Yeah, what they
There's
should have
nothing
done,
new.
what they should have done is that they should have given you a roster of 5 champions. And
Yes.
it's like Alistar, he knocks you up like 5 kilometers and then he knocks you into the hole. Blitzcrank can drag you through the hole, you know.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's the same way I think, as much as I loved Odyssey, there was the problem I think was the augment system. And not because the augments were bad. The augments were the most fun part about it. It's because you could choose every augment before the match even started. I think if it would function like how the TFT system augment
Yes,
works
absolutely.
now, like a 5-person roguelike.
Yes.
Like that sounds insanely
Yes!
fun, and you build up
But-
the powers as you go along.
And that's the thing. It's because back then roguelites were not that popular, because Odyssey happened quite a while ago. And so
Mhm.
if they actually modernized it, if like every third round they gave you a random augment, that would have changed the game mode so much. Like,
Yeah,
and because I believe there was 12 augments, maybe 8. I don't remember. I think it was 12.
I still remember
been a
Yasuo
while.
just shooting out like 50 tornadoes in every
Oh yeah, because
direction.
on Yasuo, I believe it was 3 augments per champion, and for Yasuo, there was only really there are 2 builds, but there was the build where all your tornadoes are AOE, so like you should like 8 tornadoes around you.
Mhm.
Every tornado you hit on a unit would then cast another tornado to another target, which means every time your tornado hits someone, there would be another circle of tornadoes around it. And then the last augment was you can infinitely chain your ultimates. So you essentially cast one Q, the Q goes through the entire map, and you literally ult every single mob on the map.
I think my favorite one was Malphite that turned his W into Rengar's bush leap. It was so funny watching Malphite like leapfrog across everywhere. He doesn't have any animations at all for it. He's just like it's like T-pose jumping.
Also,
It was so
his,
funny.
was his ultimate permanently changed, or was that an augment? Because his ultimate like grabbed all the units and you slammed them into a wall.
Oh yeah,
I
that
think
was,
it was
an
an
augment.
augment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
augment.
That was a. Oh yeah, I remember, because what you did. Oh, that was the combo. What you did
Yeah,
as Malphite
infinite
is that
range.
you gathered all the units, you smacked them all into a wall, and Yasuo started ulting.
Yeah.
God.
Just really fun. But that's, again, like it's fun, but then once you've done it a couple times, the novelty wears off because
Yeah.
you can choose those augments from the start. And grant that's good for the way they said that you get like I'm pretty sure Odyssey Ziggs
missions.
is still a legacy skin. Like, you can't buy it, I'm pretty sure still.
Really?
And it was
Really?
I'm pretty sure if you look under legacy skins, Odyssey Ziggs is there. And that was like Odyssey Ziggs was the reward for beating the game on the highest difficulty.
I think it was a chroma. I might be wrong.
No, it was the skin and the border.
No, you could get the skin for free.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
Fire.
wasn't in the shop. When I'm
The
looking in
hardest difficulty was an icon.
I'm looking in here on Ziggs' skins, and it shows like B Ziggs released this year,
Oh, yeah.
Canny 2019, like all that. And under where his legacy skins are, including Hextech, Snowdown, there's Odyssey right there.
Yeah, it
so-
was legacy skin.
Yeah, it
That's
says
so
legacy
weird.
skin.
It's such a
so you
good
can't-
skin.
Yeah, so it was like you couldn't buy it in the shop. It was the skin that you got
Well,
as
you could-
reward for beating it.
No, I'm pretty sure you could get as a reward or buy it. It was
Because
on
I
a lot
remember
of
there was a
Amazon.
bundle. I remember there was a bundle with the chromas.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So I think it was the border. I think was that was like the exclusive way to get the border for the skin. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it was like a mark of showing that you beat Odyssey on the highest difficulty, which was Man, that was so it just makes me sad. It just makes me so sad that we're never gonna have it again. And then they teased us. They teased us with Odyssey too, like with Kha'Zix and Aatrox, and then like, oh my god, Odyssey's back, and they had no promotion. Like, whenever I show those skins off, like I'm on stream or something, and most of the people don't even know that Odyssey Aatrox or Odyssey Sivir even exist.
Odyssey Karma?
Twisted Fate's very forgettable.
Yeah.
Twisted Fate too.
Kha'Zix is there too. They made Odyssey Kha'Zix.
I completely forgot about Twisted Fate until he got his visual effects update. I was like, oh yeah, I'll see Twisted
It was
Fate.
also
that's the
Sivir,
thing.
right?
Yeah, it was. Phase 2 was Sivir, Twisted Fate, Aatrox, Kha'Zix, and Karma. And I think it was like Aatrox was like Thanos, and then Sivir, Karma, TF, and Kha'Zix were the good guys, but Kha'Zix was like a double agent for Aatrox.
That universe was so good too. I love the story that they released with that.
Just make
Cinematic
more
is so
anime
fun.
skins.
Yeah. I mean, it sells.
Yeah,
At least do
that's
Spirit Blossom again.
Yeah, how would you do Spirit Blossom too? I guess you'd have to like make up more.
More spirits.
Yeah, I guess you could honestly do like a Spirit Blossom Janna. I feel like that could be cool. Like what if like
No.
Janna was worshipped in Ionia?
But
don't know
then
why
you
they
need
would
to give
worship her
them.
there,
You
but-
need like so Spirit Blossom was carried by the what's it called? By the stereotypical anime characters. So you got your tsunderes and stuff like that. So you need, so if you like pick Jenna, you need to give her a stereotypical character from an anime. So she needs to be the super shy one, or she needs to be the super clever one, you know. You need to do something like that.
So, Star Guardian, pretty much.
No, Star Guardian doesn't lean too heavily into those. That's kind of like a normal.
Isn't
character
Janna like
characteristics.
the old one? Like she's the older one?
That's
the
yeah,
group?
she has that in Star Guardian where she's the old wise one that's protecting everyone.
So did she come before Ahri then, or like?
Yeah,
Is she just?
Jenna is I believe so.
I
Because there is
know.
Jenna and Syndra. They are like the two old wise ones. And Syndra is the dark one, and Jenna is
Syndra's the old
light
one? What?
Wait, what?
Syndra's old? Did that
Yeah,
skin?
yeah.
She looks younger than most of the rest of them.
No, she's old and mysterious.
Yeah.
Didn't she
I know like, a
evil?
lot of people love that skin. Like, I obviously Star Guardian aesthetics are not my thing at all, but I still think like most of them still like, you know, they do their job and they look pleasing at least. I cannot stand Star Guardian Syndra. I do not like how that skin looks at all. It looks so weird to me.
She's summoning balls with smiley faces.
That's my
That
god.
fun.
Context
I like that
matters
part.
so much.
Yeah, everyone's fine.
I like the smiley little orbs, but it's the design of her that just it doesn't look right, if that makes
You
any
know?
sense. Like,
it's because it doesn't look sinister.
You know
yeah,
what? Do you know what looks right? The Ahri ASU that was teased.
oh yeah.
Okay, you say
Was
that.
it teased?
You say that it looks right. I feel slightly disappointed.
Why?
Because they didn't go with Rune King.
It's because it looks exactly like the old one. Like with
No.
Yeah.
Caitlyn, for example. With
I mean-
Caitlyn, you could tell the difference between the old and the new version. With Ahri, she's literally the same, but like the textures
Yeah.
are more detailed.
Well, because they went with the Wild Rift design, which is just the same design.
Yeah,
with,
it's
like,
the
with
same
added
thing, but
details.
HD.
Yeah. I wish they went with the Runeterra design. I think that one's probably my favorite one because it's like a
But-
nice blend.
I would have loved the cloak, like legitimately.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you could have the cloak in there.
but
That-
but that's a
Yori
bit
cannot
too-
have his
I don't
hats.
know.
Ahri cannot have her cloak. That's it.
Yeah, the cloak
Yeah.
would like change her appearance way too much. So I don't think they can go for the cloak, even though
For
I
real,
really
it
believe
would,
the
yeah,
cloak
it
is
would
best.
really fuck up the silhouette because then you would have the cloak, you wouldn't see like the silhouette and the tails.
What
It's
I
like a
also
design
How
a
do you
cloak
make
for, like,
skins
18
around it? As
Yeah,
well?
you have to design a cloak for like 18 skins.
I actually need to quickly look for the
I just like
Pretty Ahri.
I think the Ruined King one's my favorite one because I think it better reflects on who she
Yes.
is as a character.
I was
But
about to
I
say
understand
that,
why they wouldn't do that. That's why I think that the LOR one's the best one because it's like a nice blend of classic Ahri with Ruined King. It's like the happy medium, but they just went with Wild Rift, which is just League Ahri with some like extra gold details on her.
Well, we don't know how
her
final
clothes.
it is either.
Yeah.
Like I
I've
would
got
love to
so many problems with like these kind of teasers because it's a trailer for Pride, but meanwhile we're getting a look at the new Ahri, and it's honestly it's straight up how there's so many problems with it. Like there's so many times Riot has accidentally teased things via visual effects updates where they're not even anywhere near finished, or in the PB previews, like with Arcana Tom Kench, they showed off his new kit.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it feels like Riot keeps using dev servers to record gameplay trailers and things, and not actual like production servers, and they're accidentally showing off things early, such as Star Guardian Rell.
Yeah.
Hey.
The mess.
And they seem to be doing it more and more where they're showing off, visual effects updates and things like that. So I can't tell if they were intentionally meant to tease Ahri. I assume they recorded it and then it got to approval and they went, hang on, are we meant to be showing this? And someone just said, you know what, screw it, yeah, show it off. But then, Star Guardian Rell got out, so someone approved that.
Yeah.
And then they pulled it, so it wasn't actually meant to go out. So
Someone probably got fired or something.
I don't know how it gets that far along. Like how do you get to that point to where it's uploaded? Do they not have like multiple people double checking this?
It's
for
not.
somewhere like Korea, probably not. For something like
mean-
the Pride event, yeah, it would definitely.
It's just bizarre that like that can even happen. Like I don't know if you guys have been following what happened with Street Fighter. Like
Open
Street
world?
Fighter 6. Well, Street Fighter 6 got revealed. I think like 2 days ago now.
Yeah,
as
State
we're-
of Play.
Yeah,
we're talking here.
PlayStation players.
The day after the entire roster got leaked,
Oh,
like with
Yeah.
photo proof of the new designs and in-game footage, like.
Oh, I didn't know about the in-game
game's
footage.
a year out
Yeah,
still. Like it's
everything
not even the
leaked.
game's close to coming out. Like everything leaked for a game that's not even going to be out for a year. Like that is yeah.
that probably destroyed the game.
Yeah. Well, I don't. It's Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter is going to sell no matter what. But now
yeah,
it's like
but the hype.
the hype of anticipating the new characters are like because we saw in the trailer like Chun
People
Li
saw
and
everything,
Ryu
so
have
the hype will
dramatically
die down
increased
because it's in a
designs.
year. There is no way you can contain the hype
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
an entire year when people know everything about the game.
It's more that the hype is always revived when it's like, oh, and the next fighter is gonna be
Yeah.
Bleep, blop, bloop,
There
bloop,
would
bloop.
be a little bit because in the trailer, Chun Li and Ryu have massively overhauled designs. So it would have been cool if, like, even if it was like a leak list, at least they'd be like, "Oh, what is Zangief or like what's Akuma gonna look like in this?" But like, no, we know what they all look like.
Yeah.
We
There's
know
no
what-
novelties. Like everything is leaked. Is teased.
Yeah,
They're
even
so
the
screwed.
name for all the new characters got like we know what the new characters look like, the country they represent, and their names. Like it's so messed up.
Yeah,
That's
no
it.
marketing strategy is really gonna recover from that because it's just gonna turn into like, oh, we got like a special reveal coming up, and it's just a silhouette of any
Yeah.
fighter, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we already know it's this fighter.
Yeah.
That
'cause
happened with
it's-
multiverses too. Did you guys see that with Velma with multiverses?
I didn't
'Cause-
actually.
No.
Yeah, there was like
I
a
thought some of that was actually data mines.
there was some data mines, but then there were actual leaks, and it got to the point so much that like multiverse, like the team were like, okay, we have to say something. And Velma got revealed, not with a trailer or nothing. It was a PNG screenshot of a magnifying glass on like a orange background. It said like Jinkies or something on it, and the multiverse's Twitter saying Velma's in multiverses.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
it
at this
wasn't
point,
ready.
yeah. It's like, yeah, exactly. And the worst thing, I think it was the same for Bel'Veth, because yeah, of course she leaked before, blah blah blah, all of
Yeah.
that stuff. The worst of it is when you read the replies or like the comments on various forums and shit like that, and you read a lot of, oh, we already know like who's the next champion. It's called blah blah blah. She looks like that, and you have people literally posting a screenshot of the champion. And you'd be like, bro, they literally just posted a teaser because it's their marketing, like that's their job, and you're ruining the fun for everybody else. That is not very cool, because you'd be like, oh, we already know, fam, or like whatever. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Let people enjoy things. Jesus Christ, they pay the marketing. They have plans to release stuff. Like, leaks are not part of the plans. So
Yeah.
like, shut up.
I like how every podcast we literally talk about the same topics.
I mean, yeah, because every time I mean, yeah, true.
we always get the leaks.
That's how it
and then-
dissolves.
Somehow, it always
Yeah.
circles back around to leaks and Yorick's hat.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, Ahri.
TV.
What I really want from Ahri is to give her her sharp hands, the sharp nails that look like freaking beast claws.
Nah, they're
from
never gonna
Ruined
do that.
King.
They're
They
gonna do a
probably
soft
won't, yeah.
Ahri again.
No, they need to do that, and they need to do her the feral look. Don't give
Nah.
her any sexy
They
look.
won't.
Nah,
do
Yeah, I
there's
that.
hope
no-
when she ults.
Feral
they do something
eyes.
special
Nah,
with
there's
that.
no way they will do that. They will just make
Feral
sexy
eyes.
Ahri with like super cool nails, like they just been polished a
I
couple
mean,
of minutes
feral
ago.
eyes are pretty sexy.
Yes.
Eh.
That is
Yes,
your taste
don't do
because
that.
you're a furry. That's your thing.
So
I'm not furry.
Hey man, it's fine. We can admit it publicly now. Like,
Don't worry, we
know
accept you no
that
matter
Just
what.
because
you're
I
into,
said
it's fine.
Dream Daddy Nasus does not mean I'm a furry.
That
Yeah, sure, dude.
what?
No, Nikki, no, please.
What?
Don't ask
What?
for
Fuck.
it.
What?
What? The-
That's
It got a
no.
lot of engagements. It was a great tweet.
That's
I
a
mean,
dog.
He has a suit
That is a dog.
That is a dog.
What the
in a
dog
suit.
doing?
It's still a dog.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's still a dog.
Hey, people say woof all the time.
Hey, in the
Why?
trailer, wasn't he a guy that was possessed or something?
I don't know the lore behind.
That was
the
a
dream
cinematic for
Dad
Wild Rift.
listed.
I think it was a
Do
guy.
you know the lore behind?
What?
the
When
news?
does Wild Rift not get a cinematic?
This is
Makes
true.
money.
They get it for
True.
everything.
It's because Tencent's paying for it.
Speaking of lore, there was a new
TF
story for
Graves.
TF and Graves.
People are mad because they're gay. What the fuck?
So, okay.
Graves
someone-
has been gay for 4 years.
Yeah,
Get
and people
fucked.
only
No,
realize
no,
right now.
no,
it's
but
like,
hold on.
bro.
No, hold on. Here's the thing. So the story is legitimately, I'm not even kidding. The story is right now the best story of 2022. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the year, this was the best story of 2022. That's
That will
how
be the
good
only
the
story.
is. That's
I
how
just
good
find
the
it
story
funny
is.
because when the icons of Graves and TF hit the PBE, everyone's like, oh, they're not going to get a story like Diana and Leona did last year. And it's like, but I was like, what do you mean they're not going to get it? This is what this means. This happens.
It happened before. And it happened
Yeah.
again. Here's the thing. Like, I believe, because Leona's, I don't know if I actually called Leona the best story of 2022. It was, 2021. Because the Leona and Diana story was excellent. It was brilliant as well. And I believe whenever Pride Month comes in, they really focus their writing efforts because they don't want to screw up a Pride story. So they go really hard on making sure the stories are good. And that's why the Leon and Diana story was amazing. And this one is even better. This one is so good. And because I assume none of you have read it, right?
I have not read it. No.
I don't know how to read.
I don't read.
Some part.
I'll be like I don't read any of the league stories that are all about lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah.
And no,
So I'm gonna
that's
give
why
you,
I don't
I'm
read
gonna give you
Zion
a
Rakan
super,
a lot.
super like quick TLDR of the interesting points. First of all, if someone tells you that it doesn't make sense that TF and Grace are together, yeah, it's because they are not together. Haha, got you. I bet you didn't know that. It's because the point of the story is that they are both gay, and they don't deny the fact that they would be attracted to each other. They are like, during the story, they are like questioning themselves if they would be like willing to go there, but they don't go there. That's the brilliance of the story. They don't actually get together, but they are like, you know, we could. and the entire story is written as a comedy, and that is so good here because it makes the awkward parts really funny. And here's the thing. This story, out of all stories, salvaged Ruination.
Oh, because he gives him the blue card, right?
Because there are so many references to the Ruination. And that makes sense because Jared is the guy who also wrote the majority of the lore for Viego. So of course, when he's writing this story, he's gonna put in a lot of references to Viego. So there is the blue card. The blue card comes up. He's like, you know, they are in the middle of a gunfight, and he's like, hey, you still got the blue card I gave you during the Ruination? And he's like, yeah, I got it. Well, we can use it to get out of here, you know. So there is a reference to that. Then he also, oh my god, so Graves keeps bragging about the fact that he's the main lead of their duo because he's the guy who defeated Viego. But the catch is, Twisted Fate, being a tricky person, he was actually reading letters from Vayne, so Twisted Fate knows what happened during the Ruination. And he knows, and I quote, that Graves was left outside while No Shirt Guy and Scissors Girl saved the world. This is a reference to the cinematic where Graves literally stands outside the portal while No Shirt Guy, being Akshan, saves the world. So I love that they are referencing like things that we memed about. We memed about Akshan being another shirtless guy, and here they are embracing that, and I love that in this story so much. That they are embracing the memes.
I do find it kind of funny because like in that whole part, why Viego went in and Akshan followed him because all the other guys passed out, right?
Yeah.
This implies that Vayne was conscious and just watched it happen.
No, I think it was there was a portal, and then Pantheon came in and he was like protecting the portal. But only 2 guys got through, or 3 guys actually. Because Viego, I believe if I remember it right in the cinematic, Viego made Senna go unconscious and he stabbed Gwen and he dragged both of them through the portal. And then Akshan literally just like sneaked through. The rest of the guys were outside the portals fighting Pantheon because he was holding everyone back. So yeah, but yeah, and the awesome thing is that Twisted Fate keeps calling Vayne Shauna because that's her real name, and he doesn't know that people are calling her Vayne. So there is a fun fact where Graves really like shouts at Twisted Fate to call her Vayne and not Shauna because Shauna would break his neck by looking at it. And there is also another thing. Graves is literally talking about all his exes, all right, all his previous partners, and he mentions 2 whale guys. There was a racist Noxian. There was a cultist who tried to sacrifice him. You know, once again, this is all written as a comedy, so it's hilarious to read about this. And there is also, and this is actually possibly a champion teaser, he mentions that he's been with, that there are 2 women. I'm trying to remember one. There was, I think one was Shauna, and he was like, it's just a friend. And, you know, she will help us if we kill monsters. And then he talked about the other female. And he talked about someone who has a laughing jar and multiple hands.
Aww.
And that sounds like the hand teaser you may remember from the roadmap, right?
Yeah, the water mage.
Yeah. So I think that's what this is. I think that is like a previous partner of Graves, even though Graves is actually gay, and in the story it is specifically mentioned that he is gay, so he wouldn't be into women. But still, maybe he like was tempted or something, but he is teasing that he was in contact with a lady with, I think specifically it says, that had weird clothing which Twisted Fate had never seen before. And we know, based on the teasers before, that this new Wanderer as they refer to them, I believe, who is in Bilgewater, they should be from like a colorful land somewhere. So it might be actually, so it would fit this description. I think that story was teasing a new champion from a new place. She has multiple hands and a laughing jar.
I mean, it could be. Did they mention anything about it coming from the champion coming from the east?
No.
Okay,
They just mentioned that she had clothing they had never seen before.
Because I'm thinking, elemental magic, very colorful clothing no one's ever seen before. It might be from Ixtal.
No. If no one ever seen it before, it wouldn't even be Ionian. Now, here's the thing about Ixtal, by the way. It also teased, and this is another, like, this story has so many layers, that's why it's so good. Graves also said that he enjoyed how he traveled around the world, and he's now expanding his horizons. He basically teased that he and Twisted Fate would be traveling around the world doing whatever. And he said that he heard that Ixtal was opening up, and there is a potential for money. So what's happening is that Graves and Twisted Fate are probably gonna go to Ixtal now. I assume they are gonna meet Kiana, and whatever is gonna be the next event, Kiana, Twisted Fate, and Graves will be there, because, as Riot mentioned, there was a good reason why Kiana was not part of the Ruination. It's because she's probably saved for another event. Yeah, they never explained it, so I think they are saving Kiana for something else, for another bigger event, and now they are basically confirming that Twisted Fate and Graves will be there too.
I mean, they also said that Yorick and stuff like that will play an important part, and he literally did nothing. Same for Maokai. They got like
Well, Maokai got to do stuff in Ruin King at least.
But that's not the event.
Maokai was fine there.
Assuming they get approval for the event.
Yeah.
That's also true.
That's my worry is about the Ruination as a whole. Was not so much that like it was bad. My thing that got me sad about it anyway was that they're not gonna do one anymore because it failed so badly. That's my worry. Like,
I don't know. They said they would.
I don't know. I'm just like I feel like the executives are
years.
gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Like, the executives look at it and be like, oh. Wow, people are really angry about this event, huh? I guess people just don't like this kind of event. All right, well, works for us. That cost a lot of money. I guess we won't do that again.
It's like Riot said they would release a Fiddlestick skin last year, and they didn't.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to that.
Every single patch I cry.
Coming this year at some point.
Just like LPP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, have we seen that before?
I don't know. It's even with LOR with like saying, "Oh yes, don't worry. Path of Champions is going to continue to expand and go forward. It's going to be great." Actually, so we're going to cut back on that. I don't know. At this point, for me, if Riot makes a promise, I'm just thinking, yeah, they're going to do the opposite of that.
Oh yeah. If it
I'm
costs
like,
money, then they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm just
We
like,
cannot have
I don't
nice things.
I don't want to be doomer about like Riot's tactics, I guess, but it like I don't know, like their recent decisions have not inspired much confidence for me personally.
Yeah, it's like with Legends of Runeterra, I'm curious because they gave us like a roadmap a while ago, and if I remember, that went until like July, and
It goes until
like,
August. It goes into July. Sorry, yeah, because then
and like
this month
mentions
is Rift
new
Quest, I think.
PV stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, this month is Rift Quest and a major balance update, and then next month is it says a major PvE and PvP expansion.
Yeah, I wonder if that's still gonna be a thing. Or not.
Yeah, or if it's PvP and PvP.
Well, they said that we're gonna get an updated roadmap in August, so that's like after everything's done. So, like I said, LOR has things planned out months in advance, or not even months. Like,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
the reason you remember Targon, the entirety of Targon got like the voice lines got leaked when Bilgewater came out.
yeah.
So they have this stuff planned years in advance. That's why we got Udyr as well, right?
Yeah.
Like they have this stuff out. So I
We're
think
never
regardless
gonna
of what
release at
happens,
this point.
I just think regardless of what happens to LOR, it has at least a year's worth of content left in it, regardless of what happens. which
That is true,
sucks. That like if that's like they're running on backup reserves of content, they're like not working on anything new. But I don't know. It sucks because I do firmly believe that the World Walker expansion was like the best one ever.
Especially for the cards.
Yes.
Even like the tie-in into Runeterra, that was so good. Like that expansion turned Annie into such an interesting.
Yeah, it gives her way more depth as a character. And there's that like really fun lore tidbits, the new archetypes with Bard and Alawi, and giving burn aggro an actual like champion combination instead of just being degenerate stupidness. Like giving new or old archetypes like deep and all these other things, new stuff to toy with, and Path of Champions. It's a bit buggy and has like a couple kinks to work out, but it's like I have not had this much fun with Legends of Runeterra than I have right now.
Yeah.
And then a week after, they're like, "Yeah, sorry, goodbye, everybody."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I think Path of Champion has one mistake right now, and that's that when you're building a deck, you don't really feel overpowered unless you start stacking like one card. Like you give a lot of powers to one card. And the way they can fix that is do the same thing that TFT does, where the powers you choose affect multiple cards and not just one.
Mm-hmm.
In
Well,
TFT,
actually, it does get like that. Like I have, I don't know how much of it you've played.
not that much. To be
Okay, yeah, you definitely, because you have your legend level, which is like your overall player level, and then every champion has a star level, which gives unique powers specific to them. And then they also have a champion level, which gives other unique stuff. So like the 2/1 unit that I have for the Bard deck is just permanently a 4/1 in every deck I go into. Or in the Bard deck, there's also like a unique card that you can't have in normal play, or there's all kinds of crazy things. Like you can start off the match feeling stupidly overpowered, and you just get even more crazy to go along because as you play, it becomes more powerful for the opponent.
Yeah, but the powers come from like the initial, like you start already powerful, right? Not that you would play through a storyline and you would like pick up powers on the way to the
Well,
boss.
no, there is that too.
there's that.
I'll have an example.
Yeah,
that
I know,
had
that's what I mean. It doesn't feel like you get powerful through that journey. It feels like you get powerful passively at the beginning.
I disagree.
I disagree
will
as
say-
well.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I just haven't played enough.
As an example, I played a game yesterday, again with Bard, because I've just been having a lot of fun with Bard. And I got my supporting champion as LeBlanc. And if you know how LeBlanc works with summoning mimics. So like if you do 15 damage, you get a card in hand, 2 mana, summon an ephemeral copy of your desired unit. I then got a power that makes it so that when I summon a 5 damage unit, it strikes the weakest opponent. Just for free.
I see.
And then I got a power that makes it so when I summon LeBlanc, it summons an ephemeral copy of LeBlanc immediately. And then I got a power that makes it so when I put down LeBlanc, it doubles her power and health. So LeBlanc auto levels off her ephemeral copy, who strikes to create the duplicate in hand. Then the real LeBlanc strikes to reduce the cost of the duplicate, and I just get free infinite duplicate LeBlancs. It was amazing. And that was in my Bard deck. It had nothing to do with Bard. It turned into a LeBlanc deck. It was it's great. Like I love the power-ups like that. I don't, you can, just because you play a certain champion in there, like you play Annie or Bard or whoever, doesn't mean you're locked into playing with them. Like half the time you can build your deck around the supporting champion you got. It's really fun.
That's what I meant. That I would appreciate more powers that affect more than just one card, because you can try and stack one card, but you can also get unlucky and you get one power for them early on and then nothing else later.
I mean, technically, there are a lot of powers where, for example, you like just play through an adventure and then you get, if you do damage to the Nexus, all of your cards, like in your deck, get +1/+1. So every time you have like your units, or like on a Jhin deck, it is amazing because Jhin does the power where he shoots the Nexus.
Yeah.
So every time he does that, you're like guaranteed to like give stats to your other cards, and it's just a regular ass power that you can take at the beginning, or at the end, or in the middle of the game. It's just super cool. You have like tons of stuff like that now, and I feel like it's way better now because you get other powers on top of the first one you pick. So yeah, it gets easier over time.
And the champions too. Like I know like the system of unlocking champions not that great, and there's not as many to choose from initially. But the payoff for that is that
worst mistake
yeah, the payoff for that is that every champion has unlockable powers for them specifically that are very catered to what they do. So like the Jinx initial powers that you don't even need to have Jinx on board, but she makes it so that your deck, whenever you summon, you play or discard a card, it deals 1 to the enemy nexus. Or Bard makes it so that whenever you play a unit with buffed power, so like, you know, what his chimes do, they gain a random keyword. Like stuff like that. Like it's like very unique powers to the champions. Yes. That was okay. That's one thing. They made Bard and they didn't make a Meep card. I don't know how or why they didn't make a Meep, but
And
I just said like
no interactions.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, the followers are kind of meeps.
Just bigger. Again, I think that the system of unlocking the champions is not that great. Like I'm still
Yeah, I've
stuck.
heard about
wanna,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the shard system, it's a bit too RNG. So like, what if I really want to play a Lowy? Oh, haven't unlocked it. Sorry.
I think it was better before because I could unlock. I mean, I bought or like unlocked directly Teemo because I really wanted to play that.
Yeah, well,
so
that's
from
the way Path of
beginning. I
Champions
just got
worked before,
Teemo, and I was like, okay, I really want to play.
The reason why it worked better before is because your unlocks were technically tied to the cards you owned.
Yeah.
Which kind of like emphasized like, oh, you know, maybe if you're a whale, you can support the game by buying the champion.
Yeah. Whereas now they basically made
totally
it so that Path of Champions, it's an entirely separate thing. But they did a lot of the missions for the Battle Pass work in Path of Champions. Like my Battle Pass right now, out of 490 tokens, I have 590. I have 464. I have done nothing but play Path of Champions since the expansion launched. I have purposely not bought a single card except for Bard, just so I could get the prismatic one. And I currently have unlocked 72% of all the new cards just by playing Path of Champions.
And it's just so fun because it's RNG. It's roguelite. And that's just super fun.
But once again, blessing and a curse because someone needs to fund it.
That's what I mean, is that the system is too fair to its players for its own good.
That is the issue, is that they never, like, they took so much time to actually make PvE games like the Rune King that technically anything is good to take. If we had a game like Path of Champions, I would definitely pay like $5 to $10. Like 100%.
Yeah.
Because that's still a
Hearthstone
cool
did, right?
roguelite. Like,
I don't know if Hearthstone still does that, but I remember when Hearthstone did PvE, they were like paid expansions.
They were absolutely.
Yeah.
But those were terrible because those were like the only way to unlock the new cards.
Yeah,
so
exactly. But if it was, for example,
You could also buy them with gold, so that would be equivalent to buying.
Well, you had to disenchant other cards to get them, right?
Yeah. No. Gold was from the daily missions. You couldn't get gold from disenchanting cards.
Hearthstone. My real only memory of Hearthstone is not being able to beat the PvE expansion and saving for an entire month to get a single Lord Jaraxxus, and I got it. I'm like, this is not worth it. I'm done. Like, goodbye.
Yeah.
But the problem is that their PvE was actually good. I actually like that.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Using like a health bar system like in Candy Crush. You get 3 lives. Once those 3 lives are up, you gotta wait 2 hours, otherwise pay up.
But like, that's the thing. Even if, for example, we're having like an event right now, if they made that you would have to pay $5 to $10 to like get access to an entire like PvE section only with that event every single time, like Path of Champions, but like for the event, I think a lot of people would still play that because like that's still awesome content and it doesn't cost too much, and it's the replayability is fucking insane. And if you unlock and still get access to it even in the future, that's even better because then you can replay every single like expansion that you want.
the issue with one-time cost is that it can only like carry the development so far. So if like people who enjoy it, they buy it, and then you make it better, and then more people buy it. Let's say that can support the game for like 4 years, but by Riot's policy, they always want to support the game for at least 10 years. So
Yeah.
That doesn't stop
the
them from
upfront
working
cost-
on PvP and new cards and new shit.
Yeah, you're
just-
right.
The
It's
main
like,
thing about it that
if you
worries
tie it
me
to
is
the wait, no, but like if you tie it to the event pass, if you buy the event pass, boom, it unlocks the PvE side.
That would be cool.
yeah.
So
My
then you-
main
you
part
mix
about
both.
it that worries me is Riot's very. Again, it's kind of speculation, but the way it feels is that Riot is fully ready and willing to abandon LOR should it not turn the profit they want to.
It kind of
And-
feels that way.
Yeah, it's like it feels like they are ready to just jump ship and
Just
move on to
drop
the
it.
next. And that makes me so worried that if like they have all these projects like Project F, Project L, the MMO, if they are fully ready and willing, if it's not making as much money as they want to, just jump ship and abandon the project.
That
like,
is worrying.
it's concerning, not just for LOR but for future projects. And it sucks because LOR's built up so much goodwill. Like I feel regret buying every single battle pass for League of Legends because I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth. The developers respect
Yeah.
me as a customer, whereas with LOR, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get this $10 battle pass. Look at how much value I get for this. Like, and it's easy to play and fun to go through, and I feel like the rewards are really fun. Like I feel good giving these people money because it feels like they respect me as a customer.
I feel like Nikki is going through the Blizzard phase because like Blizzard fans have been there,
Yeah.
where you're like paying for something and then you're like, wait, I'm paying for WoW monthly, and my time in that game is not being respected.
Yeah.
I-
They asked
I
me to
did
wait
kinda
even
feel like that
more
with
to like
Overwatch.
unlock some shit.
Yeah.
I felt that way with Overwatch when they killed Roadhog, and then I was okay. Oh, goodbye, everybody.
I played Overwatch like the first 2 years and then I never touched it.
Yeah, I know. I got
Yeah,
sick of
same.
it. That Overwatch 2's here. Oh, it's
Literally
here.
the same
It's-
shit.
Nope.
yeah,
That died so quickly.
yeah. No, the hype for that
Because
was
again, the
right
hype was
on.
only because the only way you would get keys to like actually try
Was
it
to
by
watch
just
it.
watching a streamer. So then people were like,
Yep.
"Oh my god, look at this! It's so popular." It's like, yeah, it's gonna be the same as Valorant. It's gonna be popular until everybody gets their keys, and then boom, it's gonna die.
No,
I mean,
to be
granted-
honest,
granted
Valorant-
Valorant's still doing
Anytime
numbers.
Blizzard drops a game, I'm just like, what scandal are they trying to cover up? It's like Diablo Immortal dropped, 2 days ago, randomly, just out of
Yeah.
the blue. I was like, oh shit, what have
Wait, that-
Blizzard done
that-
now
the
that they're trying
phone
to
one?
hide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on PC as well. It's
Oh.
open beta, but apparently it's super like pay to win
It's
stuff.
really pay to win, like, and they
I
are
I
not
thought
even
the shop
hiding it.
wasn't available.
Apparently you have to buy gems if you want to do some stuff. It's just
Yeah.
crazy monetizing.
Yeah.
People said like if there was no monetizing, the game would be like pretty much game of the year because the gameplay is apparently really
Oh
enjoyable.
yeah, absolutely. The gameplay apparently.
But it's
the
just
gameplay
like
is
the
good.
monetization that
The
is
catch
really
is,
fucking
so
insane.
you basically there are two things you pay for apparently. You buy gems and you upgrade your gear. The thing is, if you want to fully sorry. If you I don't know, I got something in my throat. Help!
Dying mid
Dying!
episode.
Help! Hold on, I need to drink a juice.
Ooh. Any juicers in the chat?
Anyway, so apparently, to fully upgrade your late game gear, okay, make a guess. How long do you think you have to play for to fully unlock your late game, the final gear that you get in the game?
Depends.
Make a guess. How
If it's-
long?
If it's a game as a service, I wouldn't be surprised if literally like the end game last gear
No,
thingy.
let's just say a free-to-play player wants to enjoy the end game. How
Oh,
long?
he's not gonna enjoy the end game.
Well,
It's a
if you
free-to-play
were a
player, like
developer,
that's-
how long would you want them to grind for to get the
Probably
final gear?
more than 6 months, like probably a year or two or something. Because like developers are super greedy for this kind of stuff.
They'll just download Lost Ark.
How about
No.
15 years?
That's pretty
Oh.
nice. You can have kids during that
What?
time.
you need to grind for 15 years
Yeah, fuck
as a
that.
free-to-play player to to like fully upgrade the very end game gear.
That's literally
What?
insane.
Which they basically say, if you don't pay, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Like
Wasn't
I've
that
heard.
like with FIFA too, where it's like you need to spend like hundreds of
Oh, yeah,
thousands of dollars to
definitely.
get the
Yeah. Oh,
team
yeah.
you want?
That's
Yeah,
also why it's
FIFA is
banned
notorious.
in Belgium and Netherlands.
I mean, it's a Unity game. It's probably really easy to hack. So
Probably.
Blizzard.
Then you'll get banned.
And also,
Is
no,
that-
but also they are not hiding the
joke's on
free-to-play aspect. They are not sorry, free-to-play, pay to win. They are not hiding that aspect. And so, for example, on your account, if you don't pay, I believe there is like a little line that says like the state of your gear or something like that. And if you don't upgrade anything because you didn't pay, it will just say you're poor.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Literally poor shaming. That's
I will actually
that's
hold on.
fucked up.
I'll try to bring it up so you know I'm not lying. I'll try to
Yeah,
bring
but
it
I think
up.
I've saw that. Yeah.
Oh, I believe you. But damn, like.
No, upgrade my equipment. My rating poor.
Yeah. There was also a tweet by Asmongold, which was started from the bottom. Now we hear. Wait, I'm gonna actually probably put it on screen. It was a reference to the Oblivion, I think, like the horse armor. I think it was from
Oh yeah,
Oblivion.
yeah.
It was
Yeah, it
that.
started
And
with
then
horse armor.
now we hear it's like super hardcore monetization of like, oh, you
Yeah.
have to pay $90 to like get this amount of currency in a
Yeah,
like
it's
fucking mobile game.
awful.
I mean, mobile PC game, because now they added PC, because like, apparently not everybody has phones, so
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we can make more money if actually
Yeah.
people don't have phones.
that's just crazy.
uh,
I
so
really
yeah, Riot
cannot
don't do
wait
that.
for like the EU to ban this sort of like microtransaction.
Do we
thing.
actually want to talk about TFT
Well,
now?
no.
I
So
kinda-
here's the thing.
Yes.
Diablo Immortal is not out in some European countries because of their loot box laws.
Yes, absolutely.
Good,
Belgium can't play it.
good, good riddance. It's like, yeah, okay, I understand that you need to fund your game over time, etc. But no, and 100%
Yeah, how about
no.
not that? So
And
the
now we're
reason-
gonna talk about TFT, and I'm gonna get angry.
And the new board.
Yay!
The new board, which on average, so you know how we were mad that the previous one was like, oh, it's $120.
Yeah.
On average, the new one, they were like, okay, so let's just, instead of paying $220, let's just like make them play a lottery as to how much the board will cost.
Guys, we
Yeah.
learned from our mistake from last time with the last board.
we're sorry.
We
We're
really
sorry. You
learned
are now
from
gonna
that,
roll
guys.
a dice and see. You're gonna roll a dice and see if it is cheaper or more expensive. All right. We
Well, it
didn't.
might be
We didn't
$5.
stop at the 120.
Yeah.
We didn't stop there. We make you roll to see if it's even more expensive, because the total cost is $200 if you're unlucky.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're incredibly sorry. We didn't milk you for as much money as we could.
Yeah.
We're so sorry. We learned from our mistakes and are looking to improve.
But it's just so stupid.
You
What's
guys are the top
absolute-
10%. We love you. Haha, give us
The
more money. please.
absolute stupidest thing about this is that in the egg that you roll for the board, you can't get the latest dragons, the latest little legends. Don't
Yeah.
drop from the egg which you have for the board. Why?
Yashiro comes from an egg, though.
So you
Chibi
can only get,
Yashiro comes from an egg.
you can get. So there is Yasuo and there is the
Dragon
mythic.
Master.
Chong.
Wise.
Yeah. Why? I don't care. I want little poggles.
I know I want B Puggles. Why? I don't understand. Like, I would have given you money, Riot. Like, I would have purchased
Yeah.
B Puggles and Chunk
Because the
Wise.
legendary version is not in an egg. Sorry, no,
I
it is
know.
in an egg. You can't
It-
buy it though.
I know. It's like, what? I'm not gonna spend $100 for the chance of getting the little legend I want and stuck with a bunch
See?
of random garbage I don't.
See, but you have a higher chance of getting him because previously there were 3 little legends in an egg. Now there are 2, so technically there's a higher chance to get it.
Oh boy, now it's only $70.
Less
Let's go.
chance to get scammed. Yay.
I could get Mario Odyssey, or I could get the chance of getting
That's
B
the thing.
Puggles. This is
Exactly.
good.
Just
You could-
blame the whales.
You could
Yeah.
buy $50 of French fries, or you could also try to get your little legend.
the amazing thing is that on PBE, I got it off of my third egg.
Oh, on your live account, you're gonna spend 500
you.
bucks.
Yeah, on live account, that's gonna be I'm not even trying because I don't like the dragon that much. If it was like a black dragon and it was like badass, but no, it's Spirit Blossom Dragon.
It clips a lot through its own self.
It does.
Yeah.
It-
Dragon
it
Mancer
looks-
Yashio took me, I think, 15 or so eggs.
For me, the board just feels empty, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
nothing's in the middle. There are
The-
no critters, nothing like that.
The actual paid arena looks more fun than the mythic
The
one.
nursery, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more going on. It feels. It's just. The
Yeah.
upsetting part about it is that they say like, "Oh, we learned our lesson." No, you didn't. No,
Made it
you
even
didn't.
worse.
If
mean, they
if they
did.
learned their lesson, you know what they would have done if they learned their lesson?
No, they did. They learned that the
The-
whales are happy to pay for a lot of
What
money
they
for
what they
this kind of
should
shit.
have done, what they should have done is that they should have used the PD mechanic, right? Like the worst case scenario should have been the $120, and you're basically rolling if it is cheaper than the Tiger Arena.
That's still absurd.
It is, but I would be like, okay, they improved. With this
Yeah.
version, they didn't improve; they just changed.
In the same way, putting some sprinkles on a pile of shit is an improvement, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it
a cool
is.
looking sprinkle.
It's really nice turd.
That's a
I feel
very
like
pretty piece of shit.
I feel like for something like TFT, they should have just went with a subscription model where it's like, all right, there's tons of cosmetics. They're all, air quotes, free if you pay a monthly subscription.
Yeah, it's called League
I
Unlocked.
I think I saw. Shut up. I think I saw. So it was like in China. I think they have like a subscription service for League of Legends where it's like $20 a month, and you get like a bunch of RP and a bunch of extra stuff every month. Just
I
through
mean,
its-
That's
Yeah.
called Twitch Prime.
yeah.
For example,
Except now
that
that
would be cool.
instead of 300
Yeah.
RP, you get 5 mythic essence.
No, wasn't it like 6? Oh yeah, because it was 600
Yeah, it's
something.
being reduced by 300 RP.
Yeah, they cut it in half pretty much for now. Over a 2-year time span, you could get 1 skin.
Yay.
It's scary the amount of people who said, "Oh yeah, I like this change. Oh, there's nothing wrong with this." I'm just like,
Yeah,
you
like-
honestly feel like 5 mythic essences worth 300 RP? Or
Well,
you
the thing
real?
is, with a 300 RP, you could buy TFT eggs or whatever. You do whatever you want
Yep.
with your money. It's like your own currency. With the mythic essence, you're so limited in the content that
Yeah.
you can get.
And you get so little of it.
Yeah. So like
But
by using
in-
Twitch Prime, with that, it was like literally the best option. You can get like over a few months, like what, 3, 4, 5k RP, like super good.
Yeah, I
You can
think
buy
that
whatever
was.
skin.
I think they changed it because it was actually way too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like the
That's
caveat,
their
the difference there
problem.
was like you either get over the course it takes to get 1 mythic skin would have gotten you like now we get 100 mythic essence in the place of what would have been like 6,000 RP.
It's because even if Twitch and Riot like split the money off of the Prime, it still wouldn't be worth it for them because the RP value would be worth the entire Prime alone.
Well, the thing about Prime and getting free skins is like we get RP and skins, right?
Yeah.
The point of stuff like this is like I don't know if they still do this with new accounts. Do new accounts still get 400 RP once they reach level 30?
Yes.
Okay. The point
It's-
of
I
stuff
think
like
it's even
that.
level 30.
Oh, okay.
think it's
The
like
point of
level
stuff like that
5.
is to, because like we got the metrics that like only a percentage of player like actually spend money on it, right? It's basically to get the ball rolling on sunk cost
Yeah, it's
fallacy.
to
where
lure
where
you.
yeah, it's like,
lure
oh, well, you bought
into-
one skin, but you could have another one, and then it spirals out of control until the point where you
Yeah.
have every skin in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good bait.
Yeah, well, that's the point. It's like I think it's a bait, and they realize, wait a minute, we're baiting so hard that like they're not actually spending money because they get enough from Twitch Prime.
Yeah, the bait is too good.
That's the
we're
reason
baiting
player-
them. We're baiting them with a whole meal.
That's the reason that the only 5% of the players spend money on TFT is because the majority of the players spend the Twitch Prime RP to get the battle pass. Like we don't get any money from
I'm
that.
actually wondering right now, is it worth it? Like in terms of like from Riot perspective, is it more worth to focus on like putting the price higher than it was previously, like they just did?
Well,
To
again,
focus on like on the whales rather than actually comply to like the other like 90% of your community, which of course don't pay or like don't pay that much, like they aren't whales. But is it better to like actually lower the price a tiny bit, or like being less viewed as a greedy scheme company thing? Or is it just like just focus on the whales for like the time being and hope for the best?
if it's mobile games, then like it's going off of mobile game logic where they hardcore value the whales, because whales, above all else, are consistent. No matter what, they will buy it. Whereas, casually, like I bet you even like some of the Seraphine fans are not gonna buy the new Seraphine skin, which they would have, because the hair, because they don't buy everything. They buy the select things that they like. So a whale, though, it doesn't matter what you give them, they'll buy it because they're too far in. They have to get everything. So
Yeah.
they value those customers because they are repeating customers at the end of the day. So
Until they get everything unlocked and start getting everything for free through the Hextech crafting system.
yeah, so then you have to remove rerolls.
Yeah,
You have
no
to remove
more
champion-
rerolls.
Remove it. It's again, it's just the people find out how to exploit the system and they don't like that, which is funny that like the whole reroll thing is punishing their like most valued customers, like the people who have spent the
Yeah.
most money. Like, how dare you support our game to that extent? Fuck you! You're not getting
How
any more
dare you
rerolls. What's
stopping
wrong
to
with
pay for us? Like, continue to pay, please.
How dare you fund our game?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
There were some people in that position because Riot screwed up and put, what was it, capsules or grab bags for one.
Oh
Yeah, for
man,
1 RP.
I wish I had
Yeah.
been there for that. That would have been amazing. Just get
Yeah.
everything. That was only up for like what, like 20 minutes or something, and then they took it
But
down.
apparently it was only
40
like
minutes.
100 players in the world who like rarely used it
Hmm.
or something like that. So they were like,
Most, yeah.
sure.
So most people bought one hoping that Riot wouldn't refund it, and some people went, well, you know what, I'm just gonna go crazy and buy a metric shit ton, and like
Yeah.
really abused it. And then Riot went, yeah, we're not gonna do anything about that.
But
And
you
then
can't. It's not their fault.
they could have easily rolled it. But,
That
like,
that's not fair though. That's completely on them if that happens. It's not the player's fault.
so the players who bought one obviously regretted that they only bought because
Yeah.
they had that opportunity to.
I don't know. I feel like if it's like how people get banned. Like I think it was like a Karthus player got banned because he was exploiting a bug that Karthus could leave the fountain like 10 seconds before everyone else. And that bug had been in the game for 2 years.
Okay.
And then he got
what the
banned.
fuck?
Yeah. It's like that's on you guys. If you guys left that bug in there
Yeah.
for 2 years, like that's on you. That's not on him.
No,
And then
that's
he
on
gets
him
punished
for
for that.
exploiting the system.
Yeah, right.
Free.
It's just, I don't know. It's weird.
So
Weird
people shouldn't
design
get banned for
philosophy.
the Rek'Sai one shot.
There's all kind. Well, I think Xerath is like the exception because that's like setup scripting. That's not a bug. That's hacking.
Oh, the
game.
Rek'Sai one was scripting as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then
Yeah.
that's. I think scripting is fine, but like just
What do you mean
natural
scripting is
in-game
fine?
bugs.
No, scripting is not fine.
Oh, no,
Scripting
I
is
didn't-
not- What the
Did
fuck?
I, is that what I said?
Nikki?
I didn't mean it.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
just said that,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, sorry,
Hashtag cancel Nikki. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Scripting is not fine. I think actual in-game bugs that like are a result of Riot's own fault, that's fine. Because that's on them.
I mean, there was one time there was a bug where you could crash the game server so that it wouldn't like save the stats.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit that's going a bit. That's just crashing the game for everybody. There's a difference from leaving the fountain 10 seconds before you're supposed to and crashing the game for everybody.
Yeah.
It was annoying. I found it, and it was before it was the Riot had their bug bounty system, so I just was like, screw it. Didn't report it, and then like a patch later, people found out about it and started abusing it.
Just silly stuff.
They have bug bounty?
Do we have
Yep.
anything else to talk about?
I mean, I have one. Thing,
I
but
have
it's
made
completely unrelated to
$4,000
League of
from Riot's
Legends.
bug bounty
Wait,
program.
wait. What did you say, Nikki?
I said I have one thing, but it's not exactly related to League of Legends, although it is topical.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So you guys know the Morbius memes?
Oh my
Oh.
fucking god.
So
Here we go.
they-
It's Morbin time.
No, this is good. So because of the memes, they reopened Morbius in hundreds, thousands
Yes.
of theaters.
I saw the stats.
Yeah, $85,000 box office. It
came-
bombed a
yeah.
second time.
It came to an average of $82 per theater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
And apparently they want to make a second one. Like there was a video
Yeah.
with Jared Leto, like this
Yeah.
I mean, it's Marvel. They got so much money to throw at it.
I just think it's great. That's like the best case scenario where like people are memeing about it and then they still don't go see it. Like that's the peak outcome.
Yeah.
The fact that like Sony was literally gaslit into re-releasing it, and they're like, "Oh, okay, shoot, people really like this movie. Okay, let's re-release it. Why is nobody seeing it? What? They said they all wanted to see it. What happened here?"
It's
I
said
still find it hilarious. The Twitch stream of it just never got taken down.
Well, there's a meme of it like people can just send the entire movie over Discord or something, can't they?
Apparently there's like a video. Like, it's so compressed and so little that it actually fits on a Discord video.
Yeah,
Oh my
someone sent it
fucking
to me while I was streaming. What is this? Oh my god, it's the entire movie of Morbius.
I
Okay.
haven't seen it, and I'm happy.
There was also a GIF, literally a GIF of like the entire movie, but like so pixelated and so sped up. But like, it was an entire GIF of it. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Oh man. I mean, they did the same with the B movie, if I remember right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, like the entire script of the
Yeah.
movie was always posted somewhere.
yeah.
It's a great copy pasta.
I really enjoy memes like that. I just think they're funny.
Oh, I know. It was when YouTube reworked the comment section and they forgot to have a cap on how many letters you can put into a comment. So people just posted the entire B movie there.
Yeah, I think it's to me this whole Morbin Time. I haven't watched the movie. I'm not really interested in watching it.
I'm
but
not interested either.
I felt the same. Like, I know that Declan is gonna say like, oh, you don't enjoy cringe, but I felt the same kind of cringe
I don't enjoy cringe. What are you talking about?
that like we could have had. I mean, at least that I felt when people spammed Among Us or like Among Us, like every fucking where. It's the kind of things like,
It's
okay,
funny,
it's
yes.
funny a couple of times, but then it's spammed everywhere you could look at. It's like just so annoying.
I don't know. I think Among
Still
Us is
can't
now
believe the VR
unironically
version.
funny whenever it appears now in a good
It's
place.
still spammed to this day.
But
Like, bro.
here's the thing about memes like that is the people who post memes like Morbius especially, it becomes funnier because people are annoyed by it. Like that is what that's why
I
people
am
like
the
what
target
the fuck
audience.
is yeah, like what the
Yeah.
fuck is Morbid Time? Like this is so stupid, and then you get a flood of comments like it's morbid. Like people like
Yeah.
that's the reaction they're looking for is that this guy doesn't think it's funny. Let's make fun of him for not thinking it's funny.
Let's get him.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah. It's
So
like, I'm okay with people spamming memes. Like, I don't mind. But, like, it's just at a point where it's when you go into a Twitch chat and you read, like, it's Morbin Time over and over again. It's like, bro, please. There
Yeah.
are other memes you can enjoy and, like, not make a reference to, like, it's like pretty much the, oh, is that a JoJo reference? It's like, it's been so overused, it's been so annoying.
I don't know. I find
I
it
should
funny.
probably see JoJo.
I had a friend who keeps telling me to watch One Piece, and One Piece
Yeah.
fans unironically like,
so-
oh, don't worry, it gets good by episode 500. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
There's over 1,000 episodes. Yeah, it's a ride.
But I recommend you, if you haven't watched it yet, to watch The Boys on Amazon Prime.
Oh, that is a good one.
I mean, that's
part
Amazon
of
Prime
it.
Video.
It's really good.
Please, Bezos.
Yeah, no, but like for real, it
Please,
is.
Bezos.
If you have one thing to use your Twitch Prime on and all that stuff, is really to like just go watch that like series. It is fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah,
then
wait,
it's-
wait,
it's
by
If
the
you're
way,
not okay with gore, do not watch it.
Oh yeah.
by the way, the story for Twisted Fate and Graves is called The Boys and Bambolini. And someone was like, someone was like, oh, I can't believe you're making video on The Boys. I'm like, what?
Are you sponsored by Twitch Prime Video? Riot Games when you write a story? Huh? No. But like it's really fucking cool. I really enjoyed it. But
Yeah.
like yeah, of course, if you don't like gore or like touchy subject, it is really 18 plus mature audience only. But it's definitely worth it.
Mhm.
But yeah. Do you guys have
That was a tangent.
Yeah, true. My bad. Do you guys have anything else? Oh, the TFT double up's getting ranked. Yay. Cool.
What? Why?
Because
guess
people
Because you
like
gotta make
having a
everything
rank.
competitive.
Yeah. So
It was fun.
we just played TFT with Declan like today, and I apparently have bronze rank now.
Yeah, no,
For
I was
some
really
reason.
confused because it's not a separate queue on the PB.
Yeah, it's still the same queue. It just
Oh.
gave us like a rank. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like they've just forced ranked on normal queue, and it's like,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
I mean, like
Huh.
who gives a shit? But at the same time, like double up with the new set 7 is really fun.
People are cringe and look at your profile and then be like, you only rank
I like how they do the matchmaking though, because what they did is that in double up, your highest rank player determines what rank you are. So it's not an
Hmm.
average anymore.
Mm.
What
Can't
this
boost people.
does is that anyone can match with anyone. As in, like, you can literally play with anyone. There is no restriction, but you have to
Hmm.
count on the fact that your bronze player is gonna play with you against diamond players. I like that system.
Yeah. Like
Easiest way to teach them. Throw them in the deep end.
true. But yeah, TFT double up, really fun. I don't think I have anything bad to say about it, except when my Yasuo got stunned, even though he was under like QSS. That wasn't really fun.
I mean, that match where we placed third instead of second.
Yeah, that's.
That's
I think
something
that's a
eventful.
matter of like how much HP we lost, because I sucked with my AP Yasuo there. It's like we lost more HP, so that we finished
Oh,
there.
AP Yasuo. Well, that makes sense.
No, but like I was
Well,
full
you
on
say that.
dragon, like dragonborn, whatever, like the dragon thing that gives you HP and AP, and he was the chosen one, level 2 and all that stuff. He dealt the most damage, but that's it. I had no damage in my entire team, so we just lost. Oh, we also faced like a Shivana level 3 that was like the Whisper, I think. And also, was it the game where we had
It was the
an-
Elise.
yeah, the
It was
Elise
like
level 3 as
the
well.
Elise.
That's what, like, if she one-shots someone, she jumps up, she jumps down, she one-shots
Oh
someone,
yeah, Mort
she jumps up.
talked about that. Yeah, he talked about that this might be the most toxic unit in the game.
It is
It was frustrating.
incredibly toxic. You have nothing to do with that.
Hey,
There's
Chibiin,
no-
what about that round 4 tier 3-star Aatrox?
Was it? Yeah, true. Yeah, it was literally
It was
like the
round 4.
first PvP or something. And like, yeah, tier 3, like Aatrox.
It's,
Like,
r-
wow.
it's rare, but it happens. Yeah.
They lost so hard.
Oh.
We rolled them. It was incredible. But like, yeah, tier 3 Aatrox super early. Like, go figure. There was also a guy, 1% Galio. I think it was Jade. Like slapped your ass like later on in the game. But like, yeah, the guy was like level 6 or something. Maybe level 7, not sure. But like, yeah, I had 1% at best. And he got Galio. And it's like, bro, I have like 4 units on the board and you already have a Galio. And you can't explain.
3-star Shyvana was very scary as well.
Yeah.
The Jade Dragon's called Shiou, isn't it?
Yeah.
No
Hit
clue.
on you.
Yeah, that's my dyslexic ass read it as shit on you. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I
Yeah.
had to do like a double take. I'm like,
Yep.
I just call it the green Galio.
Yeah.
yeah. Why,
it's-
why are none of the Gallios called Galio?
Yeah, I talked
I
about
don't
this
know.
in my Rift news. I don't understand why they didn't just call them like Jeff.
Yeah.
Why those really complicated names for new?
mean,
Deja.
I think because
Units
they wanted to
that
base
you-
it on Ao Shin, right?
Yeah.
Or-
no, I mean
Yeah,
Aoshin. No, Aoshin. Yeah, it's more like the Asian theme names, I guess.
Or
Yeah.
dragon
dragons.
names. Yeah, makes sense. But at the same time, for like a player, they don't know who the fuck the unit is. Like that like even for
Exactly,
me,
it's-
it's like Shivana with Whisper. Like that's it. Like that's
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. They
I'm
made
not
it
gonna
up. and they
remember
are-
the name.
Yeah, just give it a simple name because it's already confusing.
Yeah, and people who played TFT before but never played League, right? They still remember them as Shivana because what? Guess what? It's legit the same dragon. It is the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
stuff. They played TFT before. They know what Shivana is. They know like it's a dragon.
Yeah, I call the golden one. That's Gold Shivana.
Yeah,
You
100%.
think? You think when they do set 7.5, it's gonna be like Dragon Galio, but he's red, and like that's the.
I
I wouldn't be
hope-
surprised.
I hope that they are gonna learn from the critique, and in the half set they are gonna actually make every dragon a different unit
Yeah.
because they
And-
can. They can.
Please make a simple name as well, like for real.
Yeah.
If you want to
Yeah,
like
Jeff.
discuss,
I want a
yeah.
dragon called Jeff.
If you want to discuss the game with anybody, if you have like a complex name, that is incredibly frustrating, especially when you have to like remember some green Shivana name. It's like, no, it is green
Yeah.
Shivana. Like, that's it.
Why,
Oh.
why Jeff and not Jemmy?
I mean,
That's
call
too
him
many
Jack.
letters.
Like, Bob.
Jemmy?
Yeah, that's the character from Goat Story.
Oh my god.
I don't
Oh
remember.
no, they're gonna
dang
talk
it.
about that again. Oh,
I don't. Freaking Czech animators are weird. What can I say?
yeah, man.
Don't
Alright,
Google
do we
Goat
have
Story.
do we have anything else actually?
Nope.
What happened other than that? Happy Pride Month. That's something that we probably
Yay.
forgot to say. Yeah.
I think. Am I the only one here who's part of that, or?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. I don't even like it.
Well, I mean, that's what you are, isn't it?
Yeah,
Say no,
it's
but-
it's weird because like it's backwards. Like you'd feel like I'd get more. I guess.
Yeah, you're like, hey,
re-
they're supposed to celebrate me, and yet I don't care.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's more like you think like, oh, they understand kind of like what I go through, but no. In fact, like people who are not part of LGBT, they're like, oh, well, you know, it's something that you'll grow out of eventually, which no, I guess. But then, like, I don't know. My interactions with the LGBT community have just been so fucking awful. It's not even. It's not like, oh, it's fine. It's like it's weird, but it's okay. It's like I have been called some terrible things. Like they are not accepting of
You
people like me
mutant
at all.
freak.
Yeah.
I mean,
You freak.
you got like certain parts of the community that are always a bit
Yeah.
more.
Every fandom has dumbasses,
Yeah.
I'd say.
It's like, there's part of the LGBT community that stops just before T, for example.
Oh, dude,
it's,
true. It's insane.
Yeah, it's. Sadly, it's a thing, but.
Remember the drama with Riot support and trans right name and it's like, oh, you have to rename.
Oh,
but you
God.
still
That-
have
that
to.
was
So
weird.
You
glad
can
that
still
got
have a
backtracked.
name that support trans rights, but not support trans rights. That was.
I mean, every community has that. There are like Soraka mains and Yasuo mains.
Yeah, I've seen both your and TV Sky's video about
yeah.
how you both felt, and
Yeah.
that was really, really interesting. And I'm glad you both made those videos because, like, even
I
the comments,
actually-
like, that's super awesome.
I actually today, I'm not even kidding. Today, I actually did mention Nikki to my wife, and we legitimately we talked about it. And I do believe that people give like the romantic emotion a bit too much value. Because
Oh,
I'm a married
definitely.
guy, I love my wife, I love my son. I don't know what romantic is.
Well, see, no, is like, it's more of like feeling like I like love my family, you know, in
Yeah.
like in that kind of way. But it's like the idea of feeling that kind of love for a stranger, like someone who's not blood related. Like even like I have trouble feeling that kind of thing towards people who are not like my direct like blood relatives. It's just I cannot comprehend. It's not even so much like that's the part that people don't get about it. It's not that I choose to not feel that way or I choose to not have a partner. I am incapable of feeling that way towards other people in that sense. Like that's the distinction. It's not like it's not a choice in the same way, gay people don't choose to be like, oh, you know what, I want to like the same gender as me today. Like no,
When I
it's like
grow up, I want to be a lesbian. Like, no, that doesn't work like that.
yeah, no, it's like a straight person, like a fully straight person is incapable of like they can't comprehend the idea of what it would feel like to be romantically attracted or sexually attracted to someone of the same gender. That's how I am, except it's with everybody.
Yeah.
That's it. I won't say it's nice. It's not nice at all, actually. Like,
So you should move to Alabama and marry your cousin.
Yeah, since you're okay with
No.
blood related.
I can't win. I can't win. Everything I say is the wrong answer. No matter what.
Oh boy.
But
No,
it's
but
why
I
I've
get
like never been a fan of. I'm not like. I'm not a fan of Pride Month in the same way like the Grinch isn't a fan of Christmas. It's like I feel like the Grinch of Pride Month. Like, oh, look at all these people having a good time celebrating, having fun with who they are, and I'm sitting here in my fucking cave talking about rocks and things. I don't know.
Talking
Piss
about
me off.
TFT monetization.
Yeah, talking about digital video game characters.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh well. It's still like important in my opinion, especially for your case, since I would say it's rare. Like your case is like you're it's not something that we see often, like be it represented or
Yeah.
like talked about. Like usually, like okay, asexual and like aromantics, like both separate, are like often. It's like some people can be like aromantic at something else, but then having both is, it's like, oh wow, that's something I could have never imagined. Like being in terms
Yeah.
of life. It's like, wow, okay, so you don't have any romantic feeling and any sexual attraction. It's like literally disgusting. Like, oh, okay.
Okay, well that's the difference is that asexuality and aromanticism isn't like being gay or straight. It's not like clear cut.
Mhm.
There is wild variance. The whole
nuance.
disgusted by it, like disgust, like me being disgusted by sexual things, that's not a constant for asexuality. That's me. Like there are tons of ace people who are perfectly fine with sex jokes. They're just not, they don't feel sexual attraction, but they're fine with like making jokes about it, or they're not grossed out by it. They can still go to the beach and not be like embarrassed beyond belief that there's basically naked people walking around all over the place. Like there's variance about it. I just got the worst end of it where I am mortified by it and I can't. That's why I literally wear nothing but full pants and sweaters all the time because I don't want to show any skin because I'm just like I'm terrified of the human body, I guess.
Well, I just wear pajamas all the time because it's comfy.
Same. That's what I do. That's why I work at home. My pants are pajama pants. It's beautiful.
No, but I literally do everything in pajamas, and my mom is always joking about the fact that like we're doing like stuff in the garden. I'm in my pajamas, like we're planting a tree. There's mud everywhere. I'm still in my pajamas.
My mom was like that too. She's like, why don't we just like, go get you some clothes and dress you up nice? Like, why are you wearing pajamas all the time? It's comfy.
Yeah.
Any other reason? No. That's it. It's comfortable.
That's kind of like why I rebranded into wearing pajamas on Rift News.
That's also because you're
And-
lazy to like actually.
No,
go
it's
dress.
because everyone is like, it's funny that he's in pajamas all the time. No, that's reality. I am in pajamas all the time.
Benefits of always working from.
What?
Huh?
What?
It's the
And then she like
benefits
cut
for
in the
always
middle.
working out.
Yeah, I
They
thought
cut
that
out.
was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut out
It's the
several
benefits
times,
of just
actually.
working from home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
I guess it is time.
Back to the dungeon for me.
Yeah, I'm back to writing about TFT monetization and leaks.
And internet outages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
wait.
crying that
Morbin-
what was it? The co-op Path of Champions is probably never gonna happen now.
Dude, it
Yeah.
would have been so fun.
I know. I was like, I thought like, oh my god, that would have been amazing, and now it's probably not
Even-
gonna happen.
Co-op LOR was tested once, and I really wanted to test it, but like I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot to play with Soap, so that was kind of sad.
Just
Yeah.
bad times.
Maybe since we're in like June or something, and they said that next champion and all that stuff should be technically super soon. So maybe we'll get more news in the upcoming week or weeks, because I think Bel'Veth and TFT are supposed to like drop like next Tuesday.
Well, I think it's like
Seven.
Wednesday or Thursday, isn't it?
Wait, yeah. Wait.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. No, I forgot. I mixed up.
Was there American holiday on Monday?
Last Monday?
It always lines up with the TFT pass. If you look at
True.
when the TFT pass
Oh,
ends on live.
it's the patch after next. Played by a day.
Okay. Oh yeah, I should be soon, so that's pretty good. Gonna be pretty fun.
So next
Hopefully
patch is the 8th. Then the patch after that's 20th.
Alright, but I guess see you then.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the 20 something.
20 something.
20 something. Wow, okay. Like I mean, I guess hopefully we'll get more news and more
Probably
stuff.
next week. Probably next week.
Hopefully. Alright. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye boy.
Bye.
Oh, play Monster Hunter or something. I don't know.